the world's oldest working talk show host.
James Whale on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome back, the James Whale Radio Show, live Monday to Sorry.
Not till next week.
Sorry, Ian. Yes, beg your pardon. Yeah.
What's happening?
He's back. Yeah.
What's happening?
No. Nothing's happening at all. No.
By the way, the boss has called me in for a meeting tomorrow. I will come in at midday for a meeting. I don't know what you. It's unusual. Then he says he wants to see me.
We know what that's about. No, don't worry. We can't.
I'm not in trouble again, am I?
Yeah.
No, it's not really trouble.
No, it's not trouble. No.
Okay, well that's fine. I look forward to. He's a nice guy. I look forward to hanging out with him.
Yeah, good.
Be a lot of fun.
I don't know if I bet you'd be hanging out with him.
Speaking of hanging out,
yeah.
Catherine and I were in America last week, and I discovered a program that apparently is shown over here because I tweeted it, and loads of people said, "Oh, I've seen it." Naked and Afraid, and it's one of those survival programs.
Yep.
You get a couple of people, and they have to go on an island and survive, and they've got nothing, including they haven't got any clothes. They're naked.
Where do they keep things?
Well.
Ash, you should know
in the traditional pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They get a knapsack.
What is that? Where's the traditional pocket?
The anus. And they get.
No wonder the boss wants to see you.
Oh, that's right. I keep all my loose change. The one I saw though, the woman made a bra but no pants.
Yeah.
That was a weird. Anyway, I'm just.
Well,
watching
no,
them on
because
YouTube.
they swing around.
Yeah.
That's true.
Whereas the other bit was just
because for us, we would want. Do you know that's an interesting discussion? We've had that before. I have never understood who would want to wear boxer shorts.
Yeah.
Because then you can't have anything.
I know what you're saying. I wear a boxer short that's elasticated, so I wear best of both worlds.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, I don't know what I wear. I think I wear boxers.
Are they loose ones?
Let's have a look. Take them off and let's.
Boxers?
Hang on, we'll tell you.
No, he's gone commando. They're boxers with no support.
Stand over there. You see, the thing is
there's no
that you in later life. No, don't get this wrong. They.
Ash, what do you think? Ash?
It's all black. Oh, I've just seen this.
What do you think? Are these boxers or are these trunks?
No.
These boxers or trunks?
Oh dear. Right. Okay.
He's not had the snip.
I don't know why it's getting that much clarity.
Yeah. Well, listen. It's been nice working.
There was no support there.
No. We're trying to talk about this seriously. Hold on. Tara, do you need to go out and recover from that or not? Yeah, I thought. Okay. Sorry.
She wasn't looking. It's been cold in here, isn't it?
No, it's fine. It's fine. When you get older, if you wear those a lot,
yes,
they will be very saggy, won't they?
Because what your balls look like.
They get saggy anyway, don't they?
Yeah, but
who cares?
You will. Trust me.
Reach my knees.
Well, it's like in the same way that a woman always wants support.
Yeah.
A man should have support as well. Otherwise, you are going to end up with damage.
Normally, I pay a young man to cup them for me when I'm walking around town.
No wonder the boss wants to talk to him tomorrow. Is he always like this?
See you later.
I mean, that is disgusting.
Ash, there's plenty more where that came from.
Yeah. I'll see you later, man. Yeah.
Talk Radio.
Thank you, Baldy. Thank you, The Tramp. Good evening, dear listener. We are live from London, the 8th most exciting city in the world. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I do hope that middle-aged, non-bearded men will be phoning up to apologise. I'm going to stand here, go through the papers and see what comes out of my mouth. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
It really doesn't matter if it's raining or it's fine, just as long as you've got time to be LAY. Play away, play away, play away, play away, play away. Never mind the weather, get it together. The sun can shine and the rain can fall. Come on, P-L-A-Y. Play away, play away, play away, play away, play away.
No. That's not Brian Cant singing it. What's the point? What is the point? What is going on here? Hang on a minute. What's the point of doing a tribute to Brian Cant if you're not playing Brian Cant singing? We talked. This isn't the curse, but we talked a couple of weeks ago about Brian Cant, didn't we? Ed, you absolute. I nearly said 2 words that we don't say anymore. Do you want to put the right microphone on? At Radio 4, you'd get a bonus for that. You'd get a bonus for that at Radio 4, which is where he's going. Is that a secret? I don't know if it's a secret. Is it a secret that he's stabbed us in the back and he's taken you? He's come over. These immigrants, right? Get this. These immigrants coming over here and living off your licence fee. Unbelievable. Ed, who's been an integral member of this team.
We've taken him to our bosom.
Oh, God, literally in some cases, whether he wanted it or not, he's buggering off to BBC Radio 4.
I've got a good mind to ask for those cheap New York pens back.
Yeah, well, luckily, the only present we got from New York was from the airport for him, so screw that guy. Good evening, dear listener. We'll play a song that's got Brian Cant singing at some point. You put that back up now, we'll play a song that's got Brian Cant singing at some point, as a tribute to Brian Cant, who died, and who I think was fab, and we looked at getting on the show, and sadly, it never happened.
Kind of explains why he wasn't up for it.
Yes, it does. Love Brian Cant, and, he was, a novelty in that he was a hero from the 70s that wasn't chased by the police. That was a rarity. But also he was, watching him on Play Away and Play School and stuff like that. And we don't often do the old school nostalgia thing, the old TV programmes nostalgia. But I always felt that he was a commanding figure, right? Yeah. And I always thought he reminded me a bit of my granddad. And I always thought he was funny, he was in control. But I bet he could snap. Mm-hmm. You just felt he could go like that at any minute. And that's why he was exciting to watch.
Those were the days.
Yes.
I'm going to finish. I'm not just saying
these were the days of our lives. Those days have all gone now. But hang on. One thing remains. When I look in your eyes,
oh God,
I still love you.
Right, what I'm going to say is,
go on.
In those days, the TV presenters on children's television were more like you're old enough to be your dad stroke granddad.
Well,
these days, they're your babysitter, aren't they?
Well, here's the thing. It's an old cliche, but apparently it's true. I interviewed Johnny Ball. I did a whole TV series for Channel 4 that never got shown. It was called The First Show, and it was never shown. It was humiliating. One of the guests was Johnny Ball.
Johnny Balls.
And we talked about, he said, some of those early playaways were quite crazy. And he said, look, I know it's become a cliche, and I know it's become a joke, but a lot of playaway was written under the influence of not just Sweet Mary Jane, but LSD. He said a lot of those early shows, there was a very heavy aroma around the offices. And I kind of thought, yeah, because the 70s were all, hey man, come on, let's roll a fat one for the kids. And they were doing that on Playaway. I loved that. I thought that was so delightful. Johnny Ball. Let's get Johnny Ball on the show.
Let's not talk about him anymore, just in case.
We have compiled.
Should stop naming names.
0344 499 1000. By the way, if you want to call in, we're back in London, and we got itchy trigger fingers. We have compiled a brilliant list of people that we're going to do our darndest to get on the show. Let me go to my book of names. Let me get the book of names, and I'm going to read who we've got coming up on the show so far. Yeah,
the curse is very much working, right? Be very careful about who you read out. Okay. No gentlemen stroke women of a certain age.
Well, one of them I've written a letter to, and I'm not going to read his name out.
No.
I've written a letter asking someone to come on the show. I bet the answer's going to be no, but you never know. So, these people are coming on the show soon. we need some music for this. Hang on. This is a big announcement. We need... Oh, goodness sakes. Library. Hang on.
You said Johnny Ball, and who else was it?
Derek Griffiths. Right. Here we go. Oh, Jesus! Flipping!
What are you trying to do to me?
These guests are coming on Late Nights with Iain Lee over the coming weeks.
Well,
Belinda Carlisle.
I've asked her. We'll see.
Suggsy.
I've asked him. We'll see.
Oswald Patton.
I've not asked him yet. I will.
Evan Dando.
Not even tried yet, no.
The bloke from the Brian Jonestown Massacre.
You'd have to be more specific.
Nick Cave.
We'll see.
Brian Harvey from E17. Mike Stock. Mike Aitken. Mike Waterman.
Pete Waterman.
Bucks Fizz. And Derek Griffiths. They will all be coming on the show as soon as we see fit. When's Robbie Vincent coming on?
I need to reschedule with him. I did say to him, we'll do it again when you're available. Nothing back, but I'm sure he will.
Hey, here comes Alan Caddick. He's a groovy cat. He can't speak properly. It sounds like he's sucking on a sausage. Got a sausage in his mouth and he never listens to the show. He's always watching TV. It's Alan Caddick.
Hey, I had a great big sausage yesterday.
How was the flight?
Sorry?
Yeah.
How was the flight back?
Really short. The flight back from New York is short.
But importantly, it was high up.
Yes, it was started off very, very low. Then it got higher. Then it got really high and stayed at that height. And then it got really low again, really low. I thought, well, we're going to hit the ground, and we did hit the ground, but luckily on the wheels. But the films, here's the thing, Alan, we watched rubbish. Well, on the way back, right, we watched a film that I was quite excited by. I almost went to the cinema to see it because I'd heard it would be good. It was a movie, I'm going to tell you. It was a movie called Logan.
With Hugh Jackman.
With Hugh Jackman in it. And it's about Wolverine being old.
Now, I'd never seen the young Wolverine, but I thought, how complicated can this be? I get the general idea.
I tell you what, Cads, it went half boring.
It was a bit, yeah.
It was boring.
Jersey Boys?
It was well, we watched it to the end, but that was only because we didn't really have many other options. We watched quite a nice little Robert De Niro film called The Comedian. Not brilliant. It's not going to win any awards. But it was a nice film. Very funny last 30 seconds. Very funny last 30 seconds.
It kind of bubbled along, didn't it?
Yeah, it bubbled along, and it had Charles Grodin in, who's one of my favourite actors. Star, of course, of co-star of Beethoven, co-star of Midnight, co-star in many great movies. But he looked like Bruce Forsyth, didn't he? He did. After a bad day. He looked old, Cads.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, oh, my God.
But that's the best case scenario.
You're talking about Brian Cadd. I remember him when he was on Dapple Down Farm.
Well, then, that's just a rumour, and let's not speak ill of the dead, for crying out loud. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, line 2.
Speaking.
Hello, Andy.
Hello, did you enjoy yourself in New York?
Yes, loved every second of it. Did you not listen to the shows?
Yeah, most of them, yeah, yes,
Hang on. Come here, I want to talk to you.
What's going on here?
Come here.
Right.
You said you listened to most of them. Which ones didn't you listen to?
I think I missed the Thursday one.
The Thursday one?
Oh, that was the best one.
Can I ask, it was the best one, can I ask why you missed the Thursday one?
I had to go out.
Where did you go, Andy?
I went to the pub.
What did you drink there, Andy?
I had a pint of Guinness.
Right. And who were you with?
Just a few of my friends.
Here's the thing, Andy. I'm going to let it slide just this once, but if I find you bunking off to go to the pub again, I will be very, very angry, and I will come round there and I will be smacking your bottom, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling, Andy. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Yes, New York was a blast, man. What a gas. We loved it. Thank you all for listening. We are going to slowly release all of the best bits and all of the interviews as podcasts over the next few weeks. So, what went out today? John Ronson?
Today, WFMU.
Oh, now with the walk around.
No. The bit with Emily and Kim.
Emily and Kim. Okay, that's going to... So we got, over the next couple of weeks, as well as the best bits from this show, Catherine is going to release and tease you by just releasing one a day from New York City, in case you missed it.
But of course, if the half-an-hour sections aren't enough for you, we understand that. They're brilliant. Go and listen again, talkradio.co.uk. Just find the date you want on the drop-down menu, and on the side it says, listen again.
Can I speak honestly to you, dear listener? Let me speak on. Well, let me just take this call, then I'll speak honestly to you. Yes, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, yes, hello, it's George again. Can you get Jeffrey on the programme, please? I'm sure everyone would like to hear him.
I don't want Jeffrey. I don't want Jeffrey on the programme. I don't want him coming on. Where you going, George? I'm gonna come round there, George. I'm gonna fist you, George. I'm gonna get my fist. I'm gonna punch it in your face.
Oh, no, goodbye.
George, I'm gonna... There he's gone.
Gosh. I like how you were waving the three fingers.
I was doing the three fingers. You'll have seen that if you're watching us on periscope.tv/Iain Lee. Come here. I want to have a quick word with you, dear listener. Listen. I have had a premonition, okay? And the premonition isn't good, okay? Ed going, let me just say, RLTS. Rats leaving the sinking ship, is what I'm saying here. So, this is my prediction, right? I got a beautiful contract. I got a contract. You can't get rid of me with my contract unless they buy me out, which I think they might. I've got a contract until March the 21st, 2018. Who'd have thought we'd live so long? I've got a feeling that come March the 22nd, 2018, you'll be listening to the Carol Malone Show. I've just got a feling that that's what's going to happen.
I think they're going to call it Home Alone with Carol Malone.
I think that's what they're going to do, or even big old bad Mr. Rupert is going to come in here and is going to come and spout his nonsense using this microphone. That's what I think is going to happen, right? That is what I think is going to happen. I don't know anyone else who works for The Sun, otherwise I'd say their names in this comedy monologue as well. Comedy rooted in truth. I've got a feeling that this is it, guys, that we're on the home stretch. So hang on. June to July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 9 months, right? That's 9 months.
I might crack a baby out.
Sorry?
Just to do something productive.
Oh, I might crack something now. That's 9 months, right? Maximum, I think we've got left on this show. So, no one said anything. It's just, I'm very, very good. I've lost...
He's very good at predicting doom.
I've lost so many jobs. You kind of get a sixth sense, apart from the BBC one, they totally screw me over, but you kind of get a sixth sense for when the end is nigh. When you phone up your boss and you realise he's changed his telephone number, you just kind of get a vibe. So we've got a maximum, right, I reckon, 9 months. They might buy me out early, who knows. So, make hay while the sun shines. Make gay while the bum shines. Do something. Make the most of this, because you ain't going to have this show forever. I'd like to be here for the next 20 years. I just got a feeling something bad is coming our way. I don't think we're going to be here. So, use it or lose it. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Late nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Get rid of the music. What's that song I was singing in New York, and I sang it really well, and I think the listener is ready for it now. I sang a song.
I'm just thinking you sang a song really well.
That I'm going to ignore that. That brush it. That doesn't. That my wings. Who's this? My wings are like a shield of steel.
Batfink.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm Batfink, and your words are bullets. But bullets cannot hurt me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but your word bullets won't hurt me. I'm Batfink. I sang a song, and in my head I want to go la da dee da da da, but it wasn't that. But it's similar to that. In fact, it's really similar to that.
It's a pity it's not.
It's that song with a woman singing to her little boy, and she's going to protect him.
I know.
Gonna give you all my love.
I know what it is. Rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye.
Rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye.
Oh,
I said a rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I said a rock-a-bye, baby. Yeah.
God.
I knew more of the words to it than that.
No, you didn't.
I did. Well, sweet little mama gonna sing a song. It's all that, isn't it? My sweet little mama gonna sing a song to my baby boy. I work as a lap dancer, but I do it 'cause I love you. Yeah, I love you. So rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. Mommy's going hoeing, rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I do it 'cause I love you.
All right, okay, that'll do.
Andy. Yeah, put him on. Andy's phoning up to complain.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's right to complain.
Is this Andy that went to the pub instead of listening on a Thursday?
Well, you're going to find out, and I'm going to completely absolve myself. I'll be honest, our listeners are idiots. You're about to find out. Hey, Andy!
Hello.
You're through to Catherine, who can help you with your issue. Away you go.
I phoned up about the Stephen Page tickets a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
And I haven't received anything yet.
Oh, well, aren't they bad?
All right, is it the record company?
Sort it!
Yeah.
No, hang on a minute. His name will be on the door, won't it?
It's a record company doing it.
Hang on a minute.
I'll shoot him another email and say, hey, what's the crack?
And Andy, well, you came and you gave without taking, and I need you today. Andy, when is it? It's not until October.
I just don't want to go down and knocking on the door, that's all.
Andy, I guarantee you are getting in that show. As long as you turn up, and not live, you got to turn up and present yourself. I guarantee that you will get in there. Whether you have tickets or not, physical tickets or not, trust me, buddy. If you don't get in there, I'm gonna drive up to the next Stephen Page gig, and during the middle of one of his quiet ballads, I'm gonna jump up there and punch him in the face.
Say, it's been.
Andy, trust me, it's happening. I promise you it's happening. Don't worry.
I'll give him a little nudge for you, though.
But in all honesty, the tickets probably haven't even been printed yet.
No.
I'd imagine it'll be a name on the door scenario. So if anybody wants to get him free to the Stephen Page gig in Leeds, just go up to the door and say you're Andy. It will get sorted out, buddy. Don't you worry about that. Let's go.
Oh.
Sorry? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Richie. What was that?
Oh, God, it was my mobile. Ignore that. Anyway,
no, I can't ignore it.
It sounded like magic.
Your mobile played a fanfare.
It's got nothing to do with me. It's brand new.
You were announced.
The Chinese keyboard, mate, to get rid of it.
Your phone call was announced by a fanfare.
Ah, right, cool. Right, anyway.
Yes, Rich.
I'm sorry to drop the mood, bro. But I need to ask someone like you.
Yes.
Because you're my style of genre and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Has social media killed the lost art of conversation, the lost art of hugging people, and the lost art of shaking hands with people? And I'm asking you two, you and Kath, because you actually go out there and do live shows.
Ask me the question. Ask me the question.
The question is, has social media lost the art of conversation, hugs and shaking hands?
No.
Ask me now.
Kath.
Yeah.
Say me again.
So you're going to have to converse with me. What was the question?
See? He's doing it like he's on Twitter. He's retweeting it.
Has social media lost the art of conversation, hugs and shaking hands?
No.
Really?
Well, you wanted us to say yes, but the answer is no.
I don't. I'm just bringing it up to the discussion.
Your question isn't even.
A man of your age.
Your question isn't. It doesn't even. Luckily for you, I'm a genius, and Catherine's quite bright because your question doesn't even make sense.
Catherine's a lot brighter than you, mate.
Get out of here.
Do you know what I mean?
Your question doesn't even make sense, but we translated it.
No, it doesn't. I hate social media.
Well, get off it.
Too much trouble.
Get off
it.
Can I be helpful here?
Yeah. I'm not on it.
Right. Listen, it's not the social media that's the fault. If anyone's losing the art,
people who uses it exactly.
You can't. Hang on.
It's people misusing it.
And
exactly.
Richie, you can't even speak English. It's people that uses it. Has social media lost the art of conversation? You're not saying what you're thinking.
Well, I am, because here's an example. Please. I got a WhatsApp message from my daughter for Father's Day.
Yep.
And she lives 20 metres away.
Well, okay.
What's wrong with walking round and giving me a hug?
Can I give you the answer to that? I'll give you the answer. The thing is, hang on a second, Kath. I'm going to give you the answer, Richie. Are you sure you want to hear it?
Oh, yeah.
You
definitely.
sure? You sure?
Don't make for advice from me.
Okay. You're sure you want to hear the answer I'm about to give you? Because I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you're a terrible father.
Okay.
You've brought her up wrong.
Really?
You have brought your daughter up to think it's acceptable on Father's Day to send a WhatsApp message, which is outrageous behaviour, but it's not her fault.
Sent me
Richie,
a WhatsApp message instead of coming around to give me a hug.
Richie, it's not.
What type of being a bad dad is that, mate?
Richie, it's not her fault.
Old school.
Yeah, it's not her fault. It's your fault. You've brought her up.
My fault?
I'm telling you, it's partly because you don't listen and you don't have manners. You have brought her up badly.
Really?
Yes.
In what way?
She thinks it's acceptable to send you a WhatsApp message on Father's Day. That comes from you.
Does it?
Yes.
Instead of this total social media takeover that
you can't blame
poisons every kid. You can't even have a conversation with kids without them looking up at the phone, mate.
You can't have a conversation with you because you don't listen. No wonder she's looking at the phone. She's trying to get a bit of peace and quiet.
Really? And you don't think every kid just looks at the phone all the time now and just never looks up here?
Do you know what I did on Father's Day?
I've no idea, mate.
Took the kids to a park. They had fountains coming out of the parks. There's like about 50 fountains coming out. And they looked at it, and they looked at me, and I said, lads, take your clothes off. Go on, get in there. They took their tops off. They had shorts on. They took their shoes off. They ran around in the fountains for 40 minutes.
I've got a fountain in my bum, mate.
You don't listen, mate. You don't listen. They ran around for 40 minutes, got soaking wet. I didn't have towels, so we then went and played in the playground till they dried off. That was my Father's Day.
So, Ian, I phoned up to ask you your advice. So you think I'm a shit father because you think
you use terrible language. You use terrible language. Hey, listen. You asked my opinion, and I said, "Are you sure you want to hear it? Because you won't like it." And I've told you it. You're a terrible dad. Bad parenting.
Okay, sounds all right. Speak to you later, man. I'll keep listening to the show. It's awesome as always.
Okay, thanks, man.
Take care, man. See you soon.
Ta-ta. There we go. He did say he wanted an answer, and I said he wouldn't like it.
Or Quado, right? Okay. Because social media is a tool, right? And
so is he.
And it's up to you the way you use it, right? So social media, for example, when we were away, meant that we could say goodnight to our kids. With our faces.
Did you say goodnight to your kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
I do it every day from here.
In fact, I've not been home since.
Yeah, you remember those guys?
But what was great is because we didn't want to incur roaming charges. Yeah. We only used Twitter and the like when we had Wi-Fi, which wasn't very often at all, and it was generally to kind of plug what was coming up on the show that night. So there wasn't the usual walking around with your phone, because we couldn't do it.
I quite enjoyed not having that.
I did cane my data, though, when we had a yellow cab, who didn't have a clue how to get us to Keith and the girl. Didn't have a clue. So then he typed it in his sat-nav, and he's driving around in a circle trying to get the sat-nav to break the spell. You know when the sat-nav is adamant to get you to go one way and you think there's a better way, see? And in the end, I had to turn on my Google Maps, and I said, the sat-nav and my map is telling me the same place. No, that's not the right place. I said, dude, I tell you what, here's the thing. Why don't we just go there and we'll pay you even if it's the wrong place? How's about that? So we got there, it was the right place, but we've been driving, it was $45. I think I told this story last week. It's $45. And he said, fair play to him. He said, I can't charge you that. That's too much. Give me 25 or 30. I went, all right. I handed him 40, and I said, just give us 10 back. That'll be cool. And he said, oh, I haven't got any change. Well, that was obviously a lie. I haven't got, so he got $40 for shanking us. Is he shank us? Was it murking?
I think he certainly gave us a tickle, didn't
he? He gave us a little Tommy tickle under the testes. 0344 499 1000. Happy to give parenting advice if you want. I mean, Richie, you did say you were going to lower the mood, and you've done that. That's fair enough.
Your mood. Careful what you ask for, because we will supply it.
It's you know. It's been 0344 499 1000. Late nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Say hello to my little friends. I just caught Kath out, big styly. Last week, right? I don't know about you. This is genuine. Gatford, I'll come to you. But yeah, let's go for double bubble. Richie wants to phone up and I don't know what he wants. Complain. We'll give him the number for Ofcom. Last week, Kath, genuinely, I found it so inspiring for a few reasons. Reason one was we booked too many guests. Mm-hmm. And so there was literally, we had 1 hour on, I think, the Wednesday when we went to Gap and Banana Republic in a disappointing record shop. And then we had like 2 hours on the Friday to get presents for the kids. But that was literally it. I think we got home early-ish one night, as we were going to our rooms, I said, do you fancy going out? We both went, nah, too tired, see you tomorrow. So it was genuinely inspiring to, Richie phoned up to say thanks to Kath. it was genuinely inspiring to be so busy, and I haven't been that busy running around, jumping into cars, God, for years. Since the 11 o'clock show, so nearly 20 years ago, that thing of you're getting in the morning, you come up with an idea, you go out and film it, you come back, you rehearse the studio, you go and eat, then you go and do the show, and I loved it. And the last day, Thursday was really frantic because you had to, you were editing Imani Coppola during the show, and it was full of swears, just.
It was riddled.
Oh, that was the highlight for me. And then Friday you're in the back of a cab editing stuff so that and I found that really inspiring and invigorating to be so busy, because I've got a little bit lazy coming in here, watching telly, buying stuff on eBay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I found that exciting. But also meeting so many creative people, from people that started out doing a podcast for 10 people to John Ronson, who's just written a movie that had a budget of $60 million. I mean, you just unimaginable amounts of money, and everybody in between. And so meeting these people and people like Erwin Chusid and Amanda and Emily and Kim, was it
yes.
Kim? At WFMU, a state radio station. It's all run by volunteers, funded once or twice a year. I gave them some money last year because I love it. Funded once or twice a year by the listeners who go, we believe in you so much. Here's $20. Here's $50. Here's $10. And the enthusiasm and all that, I found it very, very inspiring. So I've come back, as we do after holidays, like, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to write a Broadway musical. And I've done a 12-month plan. I'm going to finish that book. I'm going to, get a music show. I might be getting a proper music show on a music station Sunday mornings. I can't say any more than that. 6 days a week, imagine. But then also, I was so inspired by WFMU. Yeah. I'm just talking for a long time, and I'm hoping that Gatford drops off. An idea I've had around in my head for a little while is to do a music show online, that I would make at home, just so I could play. I think I like some really cool songs that I don't think many people have heard. And there's two formats that you can, there's a thing called Upload Radio, where it gets played on DAB in South London and Kent, I think it is. And then you can listen on Radio Player. And there's also this thing called Mixcloud. So last night I put the kids to bed. I left them reading in bed. I went and recorded this show as a technical experiment to see if I could do it. And it took me ages to work out how to use. I've got a little mixer that plug everything in. It goes into the computer. It took me ages to do it. And then I got it, and the level. Anyway, I recorded it and I uploaded it. It was kind of okay. I was pleased with it. And lots of people, they've had about. It's 2 half-an hours. Yeah. They've had about one's had about 280 listens. One's had about 200 listens. Beautiful.
I listened to it.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think one of those listens is you.
It is.
Because you said, sent me a text, I really enjoyed your show, The Door into Summer, which is what it's called.
And I said, do another one.
Yeah. And then I just said, hey, it's really good, that Bernard Butler song, isn't it?
I can't remember it.
And you went, huh? I said, the Bernard Butler song, you've never heard it. I said, yeah, it's in the podcast that I made.
Which one?
And you were...
There was a lot of songs on there.
You were busted, baby.
Well...
I got your ass, and I busted your ass.
Oh, don't.
And then I came on the radio, and I grassed you up to the boys and girls who were listening at home in their bed in their pajamas.
Oh, why are you doing that voice?
Oh, yeah.
I think I could be forgiven. You introduced a lot of new things into my mind with that podcast.
Mate, there were 13 songs on there.
Yeah, that's a lot, especially when I've not heard... I heard about 2 of them before in my entire life.
Gatford! Hang on a minute. Gatford?
Yes, boss.
That's unfortunate. Sing!
Yeah, well, I kind of get the feeling sometimes you don't want me to call up.
Oh! Sing!
Just a vibe.
Hang on a minute. Sing the burn... You've listened to The Door into Summer, my Mixcloud free music show, haven't you?
Not yet, but it is on one of my favourites. Like,
I want someone to sing the Bernard Butler song to her.
Well, go on then. I can't sing it.
Yes, I do feel better.
Racist!
I do.
That's the one.
I feel alright.
And you heard that? You heard that in my podcast?
No, I didn't.
No, because that's David McCallum.
You should have played that one. That was good.
That's Bernard Butler and David McCallum.
Don't go. Anyway, it's a good song.
Don't go what? Changing.
Don't go... All right, here we go. We got a phone in. Songs that have got the line, don't go.
Don't go. Da, 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 da. Don't let me now.
Hang on a minute. Right, hang on a minute. Slow down. So, don't go changing.
Yeah.
What was the other one you said?
Don't go. Hot House Flowers.
Yeah, but what comes after it?
Oh, yeah, she's right.
Don't let me now.
Don't let me now.
Don't leave me now.
Don't leave me now. Don't.
It's a good song,
the sun is shining.
Stick around, laugh a while.
Really mad on the piano.
Don't go. No, it's not a famous song. No one will know that one. Don't go breaking my heart. Yeah, this is great. Don't go breaking.
I couldn't if I tried.
Do you just think they're going to take this show off in next year and replace us with Carol Malone? She won't be doing this. Don't go changing. Don't leave me now. Don't go breaking my heart. Don't go. Hello, come in.
Yeah, sorry, that was just me thinking. Don't go.
Is that an idea knocking on your head?
Don't go.
I was wondering, you mentioned that you can buy your contract out. I was wondering if I could start a GoFundMe or something. No? Okay.
Hey, listen, here's the thing, guys. I know why Gatford's calling in, because he thinks I'm modelling my look on him. Last night, right?
Oh, God. Don't ever tweet that stuff again.
Last night.
But I don't want to see it in person.
You're going to lick it.
No.
The toe can only be healed from the lick of a pure virgin. Now, we've got none of those around, so Kath, you're just going to have to give it a dab. Now, last night, on my left foot, the toe next to my big toe had quite a long nail, disproportionate to the rest of them.
That's now my big toe, by the way.
And do you call that your big toe now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do you know what my little one used to call her big toe?
Go on.
Thumb toe.
Yeah,
it's not as cute as it sounds in your head.
Oh, it is cute, thumb toe.
And I thought, I'm going to enjoy picking this, so I went and had a wee. The boys were having a bath.
I hope you washed your hands.
Went and had a wee. No, don't bother with that. And I put my foot up on the toilet seat.
Oh, my word.
Sorry? Listen, some of us are very physical. You should see me on Periscope now.
No, I'm thinking, how is it you're not dead for infection?
Okay. And I thought this is going to be, when you got a nail and it's just it's going to be a delicious pick. You're just going to pull it, it's going to go straight through and it's going to be smooth.
Yep.
It's like when you do a poo and you don't need to wipe. Straight down the middle. So I pulled the nail.
A clean nipper.
I pulled the nail. And as I pulled, I thought, oh, it feels like a little bit more is coming. Oh my God, I've pulled my whole nail off. My whole nail came off. Of my foot, and I've been wearing a plaster.
I don't want to see it. I didn't want to see it in a picture. I don't want to see it in person. Seriously, do not put that anywhere. If you put that near me,
nothing.
you put that near my face, I will bite it off.
Come here. Look, just look at it. Look at it.
No, I don't want to.
It's on your purse. Ow! Look at it though. Look at it.
I got another don't go. So please don't go.
Oh, God.
Suck it. Suck my deformed nail-less toe.
Take that flipping chipolata off my purse. Flipping heck, it looks like Yul Brynner.
If you're watching on Periscope, guys, hang on a minute, we can do this. You talk to Gatford, I'm talking to the Periscope.
Gatford, you don't impose your bits on us.
I have never sent my picture to anyone who didn't request it, and I've always offered to show it, and if people say no, I've politely said thank you very much.
Oh, it's doing that thing where it makes one of my eyes vibrate, do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I don't like that.
Oh. Stop it, Ian.
Why is it with him and toes, though? He's
don't know why.
at the moment.
No nail. Smooth skin.
Please don't go. Don't go.
There we go.
There we go, there's another one.
Don't go.
No. He's singing Please Don't Go. Don't count.
Why?
Why not?
Oh, because it's don't go.
Yeah, he's singing Please Don't Go. Don't count.
Well, but if I'll start the song at Don't Go. Please.
No, it doesn't work, mate.
I'll start the song at the Don't Go.
It doesn't work like that. Don't. Sorry?
Oh.
Hello?
He's gone.
Idiot. He's an absolute idiot, that man.
That is the...
He's an idiot, that man.
Right,
he disgusts me.
But back to your treatment just then, that everyone heard. If I didn't have enough evidence for a tribunal before, I've certainly got it now.
Mate, trust me, they're going to get rid of me way before you can start court proceedings. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Late nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
All right, hang on a minute. My sister's saying Yazoo, don't go, but how did that go? Yazoo, don't go. Yazoo, that was Alison Moyer, wasn't it? What was their song? The only way... That was Yaz.
That's Yaz and the plastic population.
Whatever happened to the plastic population? Forget Yaz. I'm concerned about the plastic population. Where are those guys, especially in this heat? I don't think that song exists, Joe, so sorry about that. Don't think that one exists. By the way, Ed, who's leaving us because he's a turncoat... Don't turn your microphone on, Ed. I don't want people to get attached to you. Let's just make the break now, Cole. He's leaving us to go to Radio 4. He just showed us his feet. And first of all, I thought he had no nail on his big toe. OK, fair enough. There's no nail on the toe neck. He hasn't got any toenails. Apparently it's a religious thing. It's what they do. No, he's got no toenails. If you're watching on Periscope, guys, you will have seen all of this stuff. Don't go. We're trying to find songs with "Don't Go," and then so far we've got "Don't Go Changing," "Don't Go," "Don't Leave Me Now,"
No.
"Don't Go Breaking My Heart," Don't go, please don't go.
No, you said he couldn't have that because it had please on the beginning.
Well, it depends where you're starting from. And also, because I said it because Gatford said it, and he's a knob.
I know.
Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. I'm just freestyling. Here, Jamie will have something. Hey, James.
Hello.
Hello, Jamie.
Yeah, sorry, you called me James for a moment. I was like, which caller are you going to?
Well, James is, I don't know if you knew this, but Jamie is short for James.
Is it? That will explain it. That
will explain your mother, yes.
Yes.
What you got for us, boss?
Well, there's a couple of things, really. When Ed answered the phone then, he was unusually chipper.
That's because he's leaving. He's going to the BBC. Couldn't give us... He's come over here, blooming immigrants, come over here and taken your licence money.
Oh, no, it's unfair, isn't it?
It is unfair. They sacked me, a good, white English boy, and they replaced me with him, a good, white Kiwi boy. Still white, so and male, so they're keeping to their usual trend.
But ne'er a toenail in sight.
I'm going to write to BBC Radio 4 and just say, do you know you're hiring a freak? They'll reply saying, yes, it's ticking a box.
Yes. Yeah, the second thing really was, you said you got a few months left on your contract, about 9 months, you said.
Yeah, I reckon the days are numbered. We're going to get a big countdown clock here, counting down the days and the hours, yes.
Well, the thing is, if you've ever doubted the power of your show, I rang in a few months ago, and we spoke about an opportunity I had at a commercial radio station, and you told me to go.
Beautiful.
And I decided not to go. I was in depression at the time, and I really couldn't do anything. I had a few freakouts and whatever, and I went away for a little while, and literally I couldn't really watch the TV or anything. So your show in the evening was keeping me company, and, it was... I have really enjoyed the shows over the last few weeks. Last week... especially.
But you didn't listen to the advice I gave. You didn't listen and follow the advice I gave you. How is this supposed to pep me up?
Well, unfortunately, the thing is, right, I had depression and I was really deep in, and I really felt like I couldn't go.
So I'm just laughing at the phrase I was really deep in. I'm so sorry. It's very,
such a child.
Very childish, guys. Very childish.
That's why we love you, Ian. That's why we love you. But, no, the moral, the end really is that I sort of went away and I come back, and in a few weeks' time, I'm moving into my first flat with my partner, which, of course, which allowed me to, think a little bit more and kind of consider what's important. So, as far as I'm concerned, thank you very much, Ian, and because you've really perked me up.
Hang on a minute, you're moving in with your partner. This sounds like a disaster. You think you've got depression now? You wait and you see what happens, Jamie. I'm joking. I'm sure you're very much in love. And you ignore the statistics, ignore the broken relationships around you. Yours might be the exception that proves the rule.
Label everything.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Ian.
I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Cheers, my dears. Ta-ta. Thank you, Jamie. Ta-ta. Good luck with that. Some people just don't get it. Kira, we're doing songs...
What was that?
What?
Noise.
It's a bit of that.
Oh, it sounded like a...
No, it's not a fart. If I do a fart, I do it during the ads. Kira, we're doing songs that go don't go. Okay. She's gone. What about Def Leppard songs? What about Def Leppard songs? Let's Go from the self-titled album, or Let It Go from the High and Dry album. It's not songs with the word "go" in. That'll be easy. It's songs with "don't go."
It's got to have the words "don't" and "go" together.
But it can't be "please don't go," because that is that's a game for another day. It's songs "don't go changing, don't leave me now, don't go breaking my heart." Julie will have some because Julie's always got some. Julie, have you got some?
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Oh, yes.
Yes!
To the rivers and the lakes that you know.
You're the part you're gonna have to do with nothing at all.
But I think you're moving too
fast. Written by Prince.
Probably, yeah.
Written by, hey, flipping heck, Carrie Fisher.
Oh.
Carrie Fisher. Do you hear about Carrie Fisher, Julie?
I did. It was very sad.
Well, it is sad.
Well, it's sad, and I don't know whether to say surprising or not surprising. I don't know.
I just, for those who don't know, when she collapsed 4 days before she died, she had in her bloodstream ecstasy, cocaine, and heroin. And Kath's saying, well, why would she have taken heroin? Well, that was because she was going so high, she had to bring herself down a bit. Yeah. That's what people do. And we all thought that she was sorted. You know, we all thought that she was better and she was sorted, and she wasn't. And there's a little bit of me, there's a little bit of me that's thinking, good on you, girl. But the main part of me is thinking, oh, and that's sad. All these people loved her, and, you know, she was, you know, but it was a hero to a whole new generation again because of the new Star Wars film. And yet she had to self-medicate like that. It's sad, that, isn't it? It's very sad. Don't go changing. Don't leave me now.
The Alison Moyet song, goes, guess I'm leaving, don't you know, honey,
never gonna let you go, don't go!
Right, well, my sister's an idiot then. She might have a degree in English literature. She might have studied at the home of Philip Larkin, but Larkin was right. Your parents, they F you up. They do. That's a direct quote from a Philip Larkin poem.
Not quite direct, is it?
The paraphrase. Sexual intercourse began for me somewhere between
the woods and the tree.
No, it's good this. I know this.
Go on.
Sexual intercourse began for me in 1963. Somewhere between something.
Good one.
And the Beatles' first LP. Ah? How's that for reciting poetry?
Well,
hey,
no Pam is.
No, you got to look after your teeth.
I wish I looked after me teeth and spotted the perils beneath.
That conversation has ended now, Julie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go. So, while we're in New York, and we're not going to go on about it all the time, but flipping
just a bit,
guys. We're showing off because it was flipping awesome. Absolutely awesome. Apart from the bit where we nearly got murdered on the train when the old schizophrenic gentleman was going to murder me, and he leaned over to me and whispered in my ear, "You think you're effing scared now? I'll show you effing scared." And boy, oh boy.
When this S stops.
He did. He really did. What you didn't hear in that bit of audio that we played last week, because he then went and stood to my left for about 14 minutes. There was 14 minutes of us just sat there looking ahead, and I was trying to meditate because my heart was going bum-buddy 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 bum-bum-bum.
And the woman next to me was crying.
Yeah, so it was a tense situation. But then I saw him rustling in his bag, and I thought, I genuinely thought, he's getting a knife, he's going to stab me. That's what I thought. I spent 20 minutes on the train thinking I was going to get stabbed. But apart from that bit, it was an absolutely wonderful, wonderful experience. But I have discovered my new favourite television programme. So favourite that it beats To Catch a Predator, which was my favourite up until then. Where To Catch a Predator is great, where they trick nonces into going to a house thinking they're going to have sex with a child. Instead, loads of cameras come out and they get arrested. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But that has been replaced by Naked and Afraid. And I watched it, and I phoned Kath up in her room. I said, Kath, you've got to turn the telly on. And you were aware of this.
Yeah.
Why had you not told me about this? This has got Iain Lee written all over it.
I'd seen it a couple of years ago when my sister was in the States.
Man, it's incredible. I've ordered a box set, 4 discs, 11 hours. It was only £3.50, so I'm not fussed. It turns out
I can't believe you could get that much entertainment for so little money.
Loads of you have seen it. It's on the people going, it's on the Discovery Channel. All right, mate, I ain't got that. I've got Freeview. All right, I ain't got Discovery Channel. I've got Freeview, unless it's on Freeview. But I don't know. All I watch on Freeview is Channel 5 and Mucky channels after 11. That's it. I don't know if I've got Discovery. I've not got Sky Arts. I wouldn't want Sky Arts. I just got Freeview. All right, I've not got Sky, not got Virgin, not got any of that. Not got Hulu, not got Now. I just got Freeview. All right, but it's an old Sky box. Because I had Sky and I cancelled it. It's an old Sky box. It's Freeview. I've not got a channel. I don't know. Just watch the Mucky channels and Channel 5 because I can get better tail
What
than that
Mucky
sometimes.
channels have you got?
I've got you got all the free ones after midnight, innit? You get 15-minute free. I only need 5.
Oh God!
And sometimes, if that's not enough, you get a bit of tit on Channel 5. So it's all good. You know, it's all good. It's all good. You know, it's all good. It's all good. What you pay for that stuff for? You get free. We can pay for it for. Get it free. 15-minute.
You know there's the internet now, don't you?
This is after in 15 minutes it's gonna have encryption and you're gonna see like Fanny and everything. But I don't.
Do you like the Jeopardy that adds?
I don't. Well, I tell you why I do like Jeopardy. It's not my house. I'm in someone else's house. 15-minute. Call it a danger wink, don't they? That's what they call it, danger. Naked and afraid, right?
Is what happens when you're in someone else's house for 15 minutes.
It is pure monkey tennis. You get the shorthand of that. It's a real Alan Partridge thing, right?
Yeah.
You know when you're selling... I've been to meetings where you're selling yourself or you're selling an idea, right? And you can imagine the meeting. You go in and you go, right, OK, gentlemen, thanks very much for coming in. I believe you've got a show that you think we might like called Afraid. Why don't you tell us about it? Well, yeah, what happens is you get a man and a woman...
We don't know each other.
They don't know each other, and we drop them on a desert island for 3 weeks, and you can see the executive is starting to look bored, and the people pitching they're dropped on an island they're dropped on an island for 3 weeks, and they have to, and the guy's going, yeah, looking at his watch, yeah, can we hurry this up? And he goes, and they're naked! Brilliant. Make me 25 of those. That's what happened. That must be what happened. So it's two people who've never met naked on an island.
They can take one luxury item each, neither of which must be clothing.
I'd take a boiler suit. I mean, so they're naked, and then we watch what must be on YouTube DVD extras. So there's a whole DVD extra about Morning Glory. About the gentleman waking up with a boner, and one bloke goes, well, you know, I wake up early, so I just go off into the woods and sort myself out. It's what?
The other thing was, my wife's going to kill me. It's like, your wife let you go in the woods for 21 days with some naked chick.
What do you think your wife was doing for those 3 weeks, sir? That's the question.
That's true.
What do you think she was up to? And then we watched we watched Bugs Attack on Naked and Afraid. And it's people getting lice.
Ticks.
Ticks, getting ticks. You know, the things that burrow in the skin and they can give you Lyme's disease and they suck the blood and then they drop off. And you have to turn them, I think it's Widdershins, to get them off. And so one guy had them like under his armpit. One had one in the corner of her eye. And
then there was that woman who had that terrible reaction, and she was just a big blotch.
And then there was the woman who had these tiny little dots, and you'd look at it and you go, well, that's not anything. And then you'd see them scurrying around, and she says, look, when I try and brush them off, they burrow into my skin. And then there was they woke up and go, what was down in my ball sack? There's something on my ball sack. And they turn on the night vision camera, because they got cameras.
You thought it was a toad, because it was that big.
It was a 3-inch cockroach. Cockroach by name. It is the best. Daniel and Chris, stay there. I'm going to come to you after the news, because it is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best programme I have ever seen.
Take note, Bear Grylls. You're spelling bear wrong.
By the way, and here's the thing. Right now, if you see any celebrities that are running around, hiding, they're filming right now, guys, Celebrity Hunted. Well,
Don't spoil it, come on.
No, but the only reason I know is because I was up for it and they didn't offer it to me, and today was the first day. Today would have been the day when I would have had to do a runner. So if you see it, what celebrities are missing? Are there any celebrities that, like minor celebs, that present radio or TV shows that aren't...
I haven't seen Cheggers for ages.
Well, okay. It can't be Ed Miliband because he was hosting the Jeremy Vine, and then that's the Beatles. How does he speak? No, that's not. That's Chris Eubank.
He talks through his nose, doesn't he?
That's the Beatles. Why am I doing that? I should be able to do Ed Miliband. Should be able to do him. That's the Beatles. No, I keep doing he hasn't got a. That's the Beatles. No, I can't do it.
Practice.
I can't do that. Look, Chris has disappeared. Well, I'm not waiting until after
He's
the
an
news.
Ed Miliband fan.
I'm not waiting until
He's a Miller fan.
Oh, Lee either speaks to me now or he doesn't speak to me at all. That's no. We're not playing by Lee's rules. We're playing by Chris's rules. Right, coming to after. Right, I'm off. I'm not hanging around for 4 minutes. I'm off, says Chris. Daniel's polite though. Daniel's got manners. Daniel I like. 0344 499-1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You can watch us on the periscope.com/Iain Lee. You can listen to us on the DAB, the smartphone app if you've downloaded it, or online, of course, at www.talkradio.co.uk. If you're watching abroad, you can call us 0044 344 499-1000. It'll cost you a few pennies, but we call you back. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
0344 499-1000. What are we talking about this evening? Naked and Afraid, and songs with the words "don't go" in. I thought it was an obvious thing, but some of you still haven't got it right. Late Nights with Iain Lee.
We have ways of making you talk.
Here is a box, a musical box, wound up and ready to play. But this box can hide a secret inside. Can you guess what is in it today?
I want to pay a good old tribute. I'll tell you what I'm after, right? To pay tribute to Brian Cann. And actually, I don't think he even sings it. But years ago, when I say years ago, I was in my 20s. I had on cassette a Play Away album, right? And there was a brilliant song on there. And it went like this. Ding dong, ding a dong ding. Come on, everybody, join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding. The party is about to begin. And I wanted to play that. Cannot find that song anywhere. Even YouTube, where everything is on you. Everything is on YouTube.
What are you putting in the search, Dong?
No, thank you, Ed, but I would like some water. No, I'm putting in the title of the song. The Party is About to Begin, I think it's called.
Right.
Well, I know that because I found the album on Discogs. I nearly bought it for £2. Ding dong, ding a dong ding. Come on, everybody, join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding. The party is about to begin. Then it gets really funky. But this, does anyone, 0344 499 1000, it's a long shot. We don't have many listeners, right? So here's the thing. We've got a tiny amount of listeners, okay? It's about that many, right? If you split down, take off the people that will phone in out of the people listening, it's like 0.01%. So basically I'm talking to 0.01% of a very small number, right? If you are in that 0.01% that calls in the show, the rest of you are slackers, have you got the Play Away album that's got that song, The Party is About to Begin? Can you phone up and play it?
Right.
It's a real long shot. Thanks, Ed. It's a real long shot. A bit busy, Ed, mate. We're doing a radio show.
Yeah,
if Kath wants a drink, she'll leave and she'll get one.
No,
he's
sucking up. Let him suck up.
There's no point in sucking up. Oh, he's not. You're not going to Radio 4 as well, are you? Unbelievable. I'm Murray Walker, and it's unbelievable the speed with which that young man is driving his car.
Ding dong, ding a dong ding.
Come on, everybody, join in. I said a ding dong, ding a dong ding. The party is about to begin. Clamp your hands and stamp your feet. I don't remember the rest.
Clamp your hands.
Clamp your hands. Here's the thing, right? In Logan, spoiler alert. When all the kids are running, why don't they just turn around and zap the bad guys?
Know.
They just turn round, and the bad guys, all they've got are guns.
Yeah.
Right? They haven't got any special powers.
No, and these kids are like...
Super kids.
They should be able to push the bullets out of their skin like everyone else.
I mean, admittedly, there's some of the powers are really cool. There's the girl that can breathe ice, so she breathed ice on a man's arm, it turned to ice, and she snapped it.
Yeah.
There's the lad that can kind of make things fly up. But I'm sure I saw a kid whose special power was farting. I'm sure that's no special. I mean, they were really stinky, but they're not stinky enough to knock you out or kill you. It just made you go, oh,
you dirty little soul.
Open a window. But then there was that. Then that makes sense, actually, because then there was another kid whose special power was opening the window. So it all links. Chris has gone again. Where the hell? I was about to go to Chris, and he's gone. And because Ed's making you a cup of tea, we can't go. He can't phone up.
Oh, well.
Chris, this is a real arse of a show. No wonder they're cancelling us. Daniel!
Yes?
Yes, Daniel!
Yes.
Yes?
Well, you don't know much about me, but...
I know everything about you.
Really?
Oh, baby, I know more about you than you know. I know more about you than your own mother knows.
No,
yes,
let me just speak a bit.
You speak a bit, but the first thing you said is incorrect. Continue.
Well, speak radio or talk radio, first thing.
Yes.
Talk radio or speak radio?
It's called speak radio, yes.
Speak radio.
Dick radio.
First, you say you know a lot about myself.
Yes, everything.
I really doubt it. But
I know everything about you, Daniel.
Okay, so let me say some things that... Just to confirm that you know indeed a lot about me.
Please.
Okay, so when I was 10, 11 years old, I heard a lot to Like a Virgin, that I only call Madonna.
Yes.
I heard a lot to Lionel Richie, which I call Hello.
Oh, what a feeling to be dancing on the ceiling.
And the very best of Elton John, because in the same song it says Daniel and Daniel.
Daniel, my brother, you are older than me, you still feel the pain. Daniel, you're my friend. You know I'm good friends with Elton John.
Did you notice that in the same song it says Daniel and Daniel?
Yeah. In the song Daniel, in the song Daniel, you're correct, Daniel. He does say the words Daniel.
He says Daniel and Daniel.
Yes, in the song Daniel, he says Daniel.
No, it says Daniel and Daniel.
Yes, I know, Daniel.
And Daniel.
Yeah.
He says Daniel.
Well, but that's not what I would like you to know about me, because I just got to know about...
I know everything about you.
Well,
I know you're fixated with 80s pop.
Well, the first thing I need to tell you is that I'm very turned on by female voices.
You're turned on by female voices. Would you like me to impersonate a female for you?
If you can impersonate like Jessie J or...
Jessie G?
Jessie J, yeah.
Yes. I can't. I can do a sarcastic northern woman. Here we go. Let me... Hang on a minute, Daniel. I'm going to do a woman's voice. Hang on.
You're well fit, Daniel.
Yes, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Actually, I have a consultant doctor. Well, it's a kind of psychologist anyway. But I have a syndrome. It's not called a disease or a disability. It's a syndrome. And in some circumstances, I can only talk with females. And also, sometimes my brain, part of my brain blocks, and I can only speak in Brazilian, in Portuguese Brazilian. And did you know this about me?
I had an idea, yes, Daniel.
Oh, thank you, because that helps a lot. But the thing is, I have a document in my wallet that was issued and printed and it was issued by my doctor that said this is not a disease, it's not a disability. Well, it's not to be considered a disability, it's a syndrome. Sometimes I can only talk with females, and sometimes I can only talk in Brazilian, in Portuguese of Brazilian. And my sexual identity, if I could actually because we are always asked, are you straight? Are you bisexual? If I could really say my sexual identity, may I say it on the radio?
I wish you would.
Well, the thing is, there's a Brazilian singer. His name is Ney Mato Grosso. I don't know if you know this Brazilian singer, Ney Mato Grosso.
No, I don't.
Okay, so my sexual identity, if I could really, if I had multiple choice and at the end I had this choice, your sexual identity is Jessie J and Ney Mato Grosso. So the Jessie J is a British singer, or American singer, and Ney Mato Grosso is a Brazilian singer. So this is my sexual identity. Did you know this about me?
Well, I didn't, but now I do.
But the gentleman, he says that he knows a lot about me.
That's no gentleman, that's Iain Lee.
Okay. All right. But the thing that I really wanted to talk with you, by the way, I forgot your name. I'm really sorry. I forgot your name.
My name?
It's Jane, isn't Jane, the show?
Yeah.
No, your real name. I'm serious.
My name?
Yeah.
It's Catherine.
No. The name of the show. The name of this show.
Oh, James Whale.
James Whale?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I want to write a short story because I was joining a reading group where we read Chekhov short stories, and I was really amazed by the literary accomplishment, and I was really amazed by the short stories of Chekhov. Mm-hmm. And now I want to write a short story. And it's a bit of a crime, a bit of mystery, but doesn't have anything to do with poisons or, no one is going to die. And the short story starts by knowing what a kind of expensive gadget someone like Kim Kardashian would want. Not really an expensive gadget, an expensive object.
Like a fidget spinner or something?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Like our favorite scissors of silver.
Okay.
And the thing is, there's a guy in the story, and he wants to find the best one in London. This is 20 years ago, so it's London from 2000, around 2000, 2005, 2004, 2005. But the guy, there's a guy in this short story, he wants to find the best one in London to put this object, this kind of fetish object of someone like Kim Kardashian, the expensive sisters of silver. And he wants to find the best guy in London to put them in a place where most people will steal it without realizing
Gosh.
Late night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Just to go back to an early conversation we were having, just as you put your headphones on and the music swelled, I dropped one then. I'll give it 5 seconds. We're trying to find this song that's on this Play Away album. Cleo tweeted me a link.
Oh, Iain.
Thank you. To the whole...
God, what have you been eating?
America.
Oy.
To the album, wrong album. Delete it. Craig has tweeted me a link to the song. I bet it's the wrong song. I bet... I'm 100% sure this is the wrong song. Shall we listen? Craig, if it's the wrong song, I'm afraid you lose.
Singing is lots of fun.
Wrong song.
Come on. Sing along if you know the words. Or at least sing the part about Dinah blowing her horn. All aboard.
What?
Oh,
right.
Hang on.
Hang on a minute.
Hang on.
Hang on a minute. 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 it's the right song, but it's the wrong version. Okay, and there's certainly no line about Dinah blowing her horn. It's funky though.
Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the song. This is Craig. I owe you 1,000 apologies, but hey, I work in the media. You ain't going to get any apology from me. I'm too self-centered. Ignore this silly introduction.
Singing is lots of
This is
fun.
the song.
Come on,
everybody.
Sing along if you know the words.
Here's the new theme
or
tune
at
to the
least
show.
sing the part about Dinah blowing her horn.
Don't like that.
All aboard.
You listen to when it gets all funky. Yep.
Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin.
Yes!
Move along with the party beat.
Party beat.
There's games to play and songs to sing, so let the music start to swing. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin.
Yes!
Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin.
Hang on, this is the best song. This is the best song ever for doing harmonies to.
Well.
I'm going to go full-on Spinners. Here we go. We're going to take you back to the 1950s to a folk club. You listen to these bad boy harmonies. Here we go.
About Dinah blowing her horn.
Forget that.
All aboard.
Here we go. You ready?
Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin.
Yes! That was good, wasn't it?
That was very, Gaudete, Gaudete.
Oh, Craig, if I had any ounce of sincerity in my body, I would be congratulating you. But I'm afraid that's not how we roll in the mead jar. Good evening, Chris! Chris!
Chris!
Chris!
Where the hell is Chris?
Chris! God damn it, man!
Hello?
Hey, Chris, how you doing, man?
Oh, nice to hear from you.
Oh, fantastic. I can't believe it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, turn the radio off. You don't want to hear those idiots. I don't want to hear what they're saying. Quick, turn it off very quickly. Good lad.
Yep, all off.
Beautiful. Oh, great to have you on board, Chris. Been looking forward to this highlight of the show so far. Chris, what have you got for us this evening?
Well, I just turned the radio on and you were talking about songs with go in it.
No.
No?
No, very specifically, I just told someone to delete their account because I don't. Sometimes the easiest the easiest concepts are the hardest ones for people to understand. Here we go. Hank says, "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen.
Oh, a good one.
No, it's not. No. What have you got?
I've got well, I've forgotten now because I've been on hold for half an hour.
You kept dropping off.
Technically, you haven't. You did disappear a few times.
Only on purpose.
Only on purpose. Hey, that's a great catchphrase. Hey, did you kill that guy? Only on purpose. Bam, 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 bam.
Fantastic. Ian, I think you're fantastic, and your lovely lady wife is great as well.
You know her, do you?
Well, I don't know her, but...
Well, how do you know she's fantastic?
Because she sounds lovely.
Hang on a minute, what are you doing listening to my wife? Where have you been? Are you tapping my phones? What's going on?
I'm round your house now.
Flipping it, Chris. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. If you stay there and keep the bed warm, and I'll go and see your mum tonight, shall I?
Good luck with that,
Chris.
Have you got a spade?
Yeah, oh, yeah, exactly. That's how I like them, nice and cold.
Oh, stop it.
No, not really. I'm going to go and see your dad.
No.
You know why? There's a great heckle put down, which I think I can just about get away with. You know why your mum... Someone shouts at you. You know why your mum's so fat?
Because every time I give her a Mars bar.
No, no. It's every time she gives me a I give her a biscuit. Because biscuit's funnier, because you'd have to eat a lot of biscuits.
Yeah.
And you only get one biscuit per I only get one biscuit per So that's a lot of What you're saying is your mum performs sexual favours
for biscuits.
But,
you know, some of those biscuits are good.
Ooh, what I wouldn't do for a hobnob, followed by a biscuit.
Good one.
I think that the toenail coming off was a symptom of something.
I think it's unlocked something.
Yes, it's unlocked. I tell you what I watched at the weekend, and it was really good, actually. I watched it before on bootleg, but I watched it legitimately this time. Spy Kids with Rodrigo Fuentes. What's his name in it?
Tony Flags.
Tony Flags.
Antonio Banderas.
I'm Antonio Banderas.
Tony Flags.
And I am a spy. And my children do not know that I'm a spy. But they have to come and rescue me from, who is the Scottish man? The gay Scottish actor. What is his name?
Cummings?
Yes, they have to rescue me from Cummings. No, hang on a minute. Who is the gay...
Hang on a minute.
Who is the gay... I've got a joke. Who is the gay Scottish actor?
Alan Cummings.
No. You don't know what you said before. Who is the gay Scottish actor? Sexuality is not... There's no question... No... I pay no mind to it. I just said to describe...
I pay no mind to it.
The Scottish actor, what is his name?
Cummings.
No, thank you. I'm happier out here. Oh, Patter.
Excellent.
Patter. He's introduced Patter into the show. I like that.
Patero.
I liked Iain's show before, but now he's actually introducing pure Patter into the show.
I mean...
I think I like it. I didn't think it was possible to like it more. I thought I was at the maximum capacity of liking, but what he's done is he's poured that liking out into a bigger container, and there's more room to breathe, and I'm liking it more. That's what's going on. Oh, hang on a second. Put me back in the smaller container. It's Paul.
Hello.
Hello, Paul.
Thank you for not saying where I am today. Even though I've made it obvious now.
Yes. Here we go.
There you go. That's an idiotic thing, isn't it?
I'm not really sure what's going on.
Okay. Can I say about today? Okay. I don't... You were talking about songs, yeah?
Yeah, can I just be very, very, very specific? It's always the easiest ones are the hardest ones for you guys. It's songs that have got the line, don't go, meh, 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 meh. So we've got, don't go changing, don't go breaking my heart, don't go, don't leave me now. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Okay, I thought one straight away. It's an Oasis B-side off their first single, Supersonic, called Don't Go Away.
Sing it.
Hello?
Hello?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, no.
It's a B-side.
Yes,
I
heard that bit.
But
sing it.
It's called Don't Go Away.
Sing it.
No, I'm not singing.
You have to sing it, Paul, otherwise I can't put it down on the chit.
Can't you just look it up and pay the royalties to Noel Gallagher and look it up and play a bit of it?
No, I can't. If you don't sing it, it can't go on my chit.
It can't go on your what?
On my chit.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Is that like a pot? I don't know what a chit is.
I have a chit in front of me. If you want me to fill it in, you're going to have to sing it. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Don't go away. Say what you say.
That's quite melodic for an Oasis song. There we go. Don't go away. There we go. Beautiful.
It's the same chords. Okay, can I mention another song? Octopus's Garden. When we all love that today. When we all love to be in an octopus's garden
not really.
under the sea,
they can be quite brutal.
in the shade.
No.
And then play alongside it straight after Whatever by Oasis. It's the same song.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to put the phone down now.
Okay, my nephew yesterday loved that fact.
Okay, I'm really going to have to ask you to put the phone down now, Paul.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Good night.
He's put the phone down. Okay. I've put that on the chit, but
Rub it out.
No. I can't. Once it's on the chit, I can't mess around with it. It's on the chit. It stays on the chit. That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get the manifold out later on. Now,
manifest.
No. I'm talking about the car engine now. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We'll start the show properly in a bit. It's a little bit airy-fairy. Hit those buttons, New Zealand guy.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Someone I believe has sent me some. There we go. They sent me the data. You ready? Here we go. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin. Whoa! Clap your hands and stamp your feet. Move along to the party beat. There's lots to play and time to sing. Everybody turn you in our ding dong, ding a dong ding. Come on, everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding. The party is about to begin. You would not get this on Ian Collins. Ding dong, ding a dong ding. Come on, everybody join in.
What is it
Yes,
exactly that you're playing there?
I'm playing the Electric Fun Loop. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin. Yeah, party time!
Speaking of parties,
Everybody's having, yeah.
do you remember that party they were talking about at that other table when we were in the village?
Oh, it was so hot, right? Well, you think it's hot now, you think it's hot today. You ain't seen nothing like the heat we had the first 3 or 4 days we were there. I mean, sweltering. And also, I'm carrying a portable studio around with
I was
us.
carrying quite a heavy bag, and I'm literally half the size of it.
No, hang on a minute. You were carrying around your handbag.
No.
The brown bag, which you were using as a handbag. Yes, you were.
No.
Why are you lying to them?
I wasn't. I was carrying the Fred Perry.
Yes, that's right. I swore and I dumped. You heard that on Periscope, guys. Don't repeat it. Yeah, I was carrying my man bag with the studio in, and also the rucksack with the other half of the studio in, with the power leads, the adapters, with the headphones, with the microphones. You were carrying a little bit of paper. Well,
that is absolute balls.
You absolute bit of paper.
Anyway, that's not the story we're telling.
It's not a story we're telling.
But you are talking absolute.
Let's not fall out of the fact that you're a liar. What happened was it was really, really hot.
It was
right?
warm.
And we'd gone to see this guy called Mr. Pisano.
Yeah, and he told us to Pisano.
We didn't go back in the end, unfortunately, but I'm glad we went and saw that. It was nice. And then we had a few hours to kill. This was on the Monday, wasn't it? A few hours to kill before the first show at Pie by the Pound. The
Yeah,
pizza
we didn't
restaurant.
want to hang around in there.
Because they were too nice.
Yeah.
This was the thing. We did not want to hang around because they were too nice. They were so helpful. And I said, it was Jeffrey, wasn't it, that ran Pie by the Pound. I mean, brilliant. The food was, the pizzas, those thin crust pizzas. It was incredible.
And gluten-free, you wouldn't believe it. It was like a proper pizza.
Honestly, it was incredible. And I, because it had been set up through a friend of a friend of a friend.
So we didn't want to outstay our welcome, did we?
But also I said to him, Jeffrey, you're going to come on the show tonight and plug the restaurant? He went, no. And I thought he was joking. I said, you're a bit shy. Or he said, yeah, no, there's no need to. You're all right. He didn't want anything for us, but he gave me free food.
He didn't give me free food.
No, we had to pay for it then, but he gave me free food, and he gave me free food, free drink, free shelter. He was like, it's like Jesus. It's like Jesus in New York. Imagine that as a film idea, isn't it? Oh, flip it up like that. Jesus come back in New York. What would he make with Twitter?
Forget about it.
Well, forget about it. What would he make of the New York cabbies? I forgive them. I'll forgive them, boy. He's in New York, but he comes from Texas.
Oh.
Comes from the 70s Texas, but he's in modern New York. It's time travelling Jesus. Go anywhere he wants, in his TARDIS. Anyway. So, we're doing the anyway, so we had a few hours to kill, that was it, and it was hot. So we wandering around, a bit lost and a bit bored, so you found us like a really trendy, hipster...
Well, it was like the sort of place where you would find James Taylor having a chat with Carly Simon. In between heroin.
Yeah, in between heroin.
Yeah.
So we're in there. Scottish fella served us.
Yes, he did.
Hey, what would you like, laddie? Hey, I recognise you from the 11 o'clock show as the old legend.
He never said that.
No, he didn't, but he was thinking it. I could see it in his eyes, and he was, for a Scot, he was very, very polite.
Managed to hold back from fanboying on you.
And, you had lattes, and then the table next
They were
to us-
soya lattes.
Soya lattes.
Because it was a vegan place.
Was it?
I reckon. But the people on the table next to us were certainly fond of meat.
Oh, was it?
As we're about to explain.
Was it vegan?
Well, otherwise, why would he not?
Well, they'd run out of milk.
Nah.
What the hell?
With the village.
So empty table, then table next to us, and it was an old head. I would say early 50s, kind of long, sort of swept back hair, loads of
Really? I didn't think he was that old.
late 40s. He was in his 40s. He was no younger than 40.
He was a bit odd.
He was older than me.
He was dressed a bit like that one from the Breakfast Club.
I tell you who he was dressed like. Did you ever watch Northern Exposure?
Yes.
Doesn't really stand up to viewing now.
I wouldn't watch it again.
But he looked like the hip one in that was the DJ that was also in Sex and the City, but as the character in Northern Exposure. So sort of denims, beads, bracelets.
He had a bandana around his head,
Yeah.
and not in a funny way.
So there was him. And I'm going to say late 40s. Then opposite him was a young girl. Hold your horses, guys. I'm going to clarify. Don't worry. Don't panic. I would say 23.
Mm-hmm.
I would also suggest
Waif-like.
This is me making some real presumptions, guys, but you know me, I know people, I'm pretty good at this. I would imagine there was I spotted, the warning signs, flags, of at least 3, issues that she might have about her. Okay, I'm not going to say any more than that.
Well, we will in a minute because
that isn't even one of the issues. Anyway, so she was young, he was older, she obviously had issues, he was obviously nuts.
She looked quite bookish.
She looked bookish. She was too skinny. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She was too skinny. He was had obviously done a lot of drugs, in the past. Not that day. I don't know. And, I have got a real ear for when people are talking filth.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were talking about, I don't know.
Fun things. I was being. It was the usual wit and repartee. I was being sparkling.
Okay, that's fine. If it helps the story proceed, then we'll go with that.
You tuned out, hadn't you?
And suddenly, I heard the guy say, "Well, I took my second wife to some of these parties, and they were always awkward to start with, but once you get into it, it's really good fun." Ding, 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 ding. I want to be in on this conversation. So suddenly my left ear goes super sensitive. And they were swingers. And he was talking about how his second wife used to take her to swinging things and wife-swapping parties.
The girl could remember how they met.
The girl, yes, and they'd met at a sex party.
I'm going to say, yeah.
Yeah, why not? It makes the story better. And we want good stories, whether they're true or not. Mark, I'm going to come to you in a bit, 03444991000. And it was obviously building up to them having it off. At some point.
The thing was,
yeah,
there was zero chemistry there.
Well, I had an erection.
Jeez.
Yeah. That may have just been a coincidence, of course. We don't know. Until we recreate the scenario and run it through laboratory conditions, we just don't know why that erection was there.
I could never have relations with a man wearing a bandana.
Not
unless it was like Rambo.
Rambo.
And that was pure. I mean, that was for a reason.
Is Rambo right? Okay, here's a question. A serious question. Is Rambo named after the philosopher Rambo?
No.
I know it's spelled differently.
Yeah.
You say no instantly.
Yeah.
That's some because it's pronounced Rambo, isn't it? Rambo.
Yes.
Is it? That is some coincidence.
If I remember rightly, Rambo was gay.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. I've seen all the films. At no point.
No, I mean, not that one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, not that there's anything wrong with it. Why are you bringing that up?
Because John Rambo wasn't.
Right. Okay, mate.
Are you all right there? What's going on?
Okay. Sexuality to one side.
Yeah.
Was Rambo named after Rambo? No. That is a great... Well, you say no, but why not? That is a great question.
Because, right...
What was Rambo's philosophy? Basically, he wasn't going to go back to Nam. So what was the other Rambo's philosophy? I made myself laughing, that terrible joke.
He was one of the romantics.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the other Rambo now, the French one.
Yeah. Flipping it.
Go on, what was his philosophy?
Well, like taking lots of opium and talking about...
No, forget Stallone for a second. I've got all night for this gag. I have got an hour and 20 minutes, plus phoning you up on the way home and doing this.
God.
No, but seriously.
Yeah.
What was Rambo's... He was a philosophizer, yeah? Poet?
He was a poet, yeah.
Okay, so
Symbolist.
Okay, so what was his raison d'etre? What was Rambo's raison d'etre?
Well, the love and beauty.
No, it wasn't in the first film. It's because he just wanted to be left alone.
Oh, God.
Just wanted to be left alone. And the guy wouldn't leave him alone. So he took revenge.
No.
In the second film, they get him for a mission.
Yeah.
In the third film, I believe they get him for another mission.
Uh-huh.
In the fourth film, not seen it, I'm guessing there's a mission.
Right. I haven't
Now-
seen any of those films, so I can't help you there, love.
Now back to the French dude.
Mhm.
Please, focus.
Yeah.
What is Rambo all about? Go on, do it, please. Please, for me. Please do it for me. Please.
Isn't it about, he was all about celebrating, the connection between love and death and all that kind of stuff.
No. In the first one, he just wants to be left alone.
For God's sake, I hate you so much. You're such a knob.
Second one is a mission. Third one, I think, is a mission.
Oh,
Fourth one-
God, shut up!
There's a mission involved in it.
Ah.
I'll tell you what, Kath's getting a little bit stressed and is sending out negative vibes. So what we're going to do is if you're watching on Periscope, I'm going to give her a really good, one of those tight neck massages.
No.
Those tight ones. You know, the tight neck massages where it feels like...
Like a strangle.
Yeah, it feels like a strangle. It might look like a strangle, but trust me, everything will be much better afterwards.
I'm going to give you one of those special strokes with my foot in your...
Well, Kath's going to give me a special stroke. Looking forward to seeing what that involves.
This is very similar to the conversation on the next table.
0344 499 1000 telephone. Mark, going to come to you after this.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Here we go. Paul's emailing in, guys.
Which is always a good idea, as we all know.
And he's wrong. Iain, I'm no idiot, says Paul.
Oh.
Just stop the music, Ed. This night, there we go. Iain, I'm no idiot. You had no theme of songs about Don't Go. Yes, we did. It's written on a bit of paper, you muppet. Don't go changing. Don't go. Don't leave me now. Don't go breaking my heart. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Can I add another one? Don't go off on emails, Paul. We've had this conversation before.
And even if I didn't have a Don't Go theme, it doesn't. I can introduce it anytime I want.
Aye.
Between now and March 21st next year. So I did. I got your joke, trying to take Mickey out of me again. I tried to be a genuine person with you. Why do you have to try and wind people up? Because it's a comedy show, mate, and you're being a bit dull, if I'm completely honest. And here we go, sending in stroppy emails. And it was Don't Go.
It was.
Good evening, Mark.
Hello.
Yes, Mark?
You could hear my bowels.
Sorry?
I said you could hear my bowels.
You did say that, didn't you? I wonder why.
Yeah. I want to be extremely negative and depressing and say I feel that this whole Brexit thing, we've got a system where Theresa May, an unelected Prime Minister, has triggered this.
This is Talk Radio.
Yeah, I know it is.
Oh, okay, so I thought you called LBC. Okay, all right, carry on. Yeah, go on.
No, but I just got this real bee in my bonnet that one day in a country where we have this stupid system where ever since Blair stood down, Brown just took over. We have this system where we say, we don't elect the Prime Minister.
Yeah, no, she's been elected as Prime Minister.
Yeah, but she originally wasn't. She just took over from Cameron, didn't she?
Yeah, but she's been elected as Prime Minister now.
Yeah, but I'm convinced that one day, that lurking in the House of Commons is going to be an Adolf Hitler type character.
Sorry?
That the Prime Minister of the day stands down for some reason. It's like some kind of coup.
Yes, Boris Johnson probably will. I'm not comparing him with Adolf Hitler, of course, but...
No. But we could have a woman. It could be a woman. She could be she could have a weird moustache somewhere.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Adele Hitler.
What? But look, we don't have a democracy. We need to have a system where someone in the media with a brain, like you, should say, we need to have a system where you can't just stand down.
No, but she's been elected as Prime Minister.
I know, but she wasn't Ian. Please.
But you're talking nonsense. We don't vote for a Prime Minister.
Cameron stood down, and then she got elected from her party.
We don't vote. We don't vote for a Prime Minister.
I know you always say that in the media.
No, I don't. We've never had this conversation. I've never had this I've never had this conversation. We don't vote for a Prime Minister.
Yeah, but no one in the media ever says, yes, it's a stupid system, because one day it could be abused very, very badly, that someone...
Well, hang on a minute, but I don't... Here's the thing, right? We don't vote for a Prime Minister. Anyway, the Conservatives won the last general election, so she has been voted as a Prime Minister.
No, Cameron stood down, and then she was voted in as Prime Minister by her party. She took over from Cameron.
So you would have preferred it that there was no Prime Minister?
Sorry?
You want a president?
You would have preferred having no Prime Minister?
No. We need a system where, when a Prime Minister stands down for whatever reason, that you have to have an automatic general election.
Oh, God, no.
No, because look.
No.
One day you're going to have a system where somebody from within the party ranks.
Okay, let's imagine, right? Adolf Hitler is in that party, right?
But Hitler, he's dead.
Okay, well I know, Mark, you're weird. You're going from like the literal to the fantasy. Then when I introduce the fantasy, you go to the literal. Let's assume Adolf Hitler is alive and well. Right? He's been reanimated. He's in the Tory party.
Okay, good.
Theresa May stands down. Adolf Hitler becomes Prime Minister. Right?
Cool.
Right. What's the worst that could happen? Because there will be a general election in 4 or 5 years, so we can vote them out.
Yeah, but if Adolf gets in, we're going to have really good roads, really good services, really good trains.
Mark, you're either making a sensible point or you're pissing around. Which one are you doing? Because I'm confused. I'm trying to follow you with your nonsense thinking, and then you're going off doing silly nonsense. I can do silly nonsense if you'd rather, but yet you had a go at me when I started doing silly nonsense, so I've tried to jump into your reality, even though it makes no sense.
Ian, I didn't have a go at you. I was trying
Yes, you did.
No, look...
So, do you want to do this? Do you want to have this conversation, or do you want to do fantasy? Because I can do both.
Stop being sensitive.
No, stop being contradictory. What do you want?
Look, if we had a time machine and went back and got the...
Now you're introducing a flipping time machine. You're the one that introduced Adolf Hitler into the conversation.
Look, let's make him the new Doctor Who.
Mark, you're absolutely nuts, and not in a good way. Do you want to have this conversation or not?
Yes, please.
Right,
carry on.
OK. If someone bad gets in after Theresa May steps down, we'll have a general election in 4 or 5 years, and we can vote them out.
Yep.
That's how it works.
No, but we don't elect the Prime Minister, do we?
No.
So the point I'm making is we should have a system where they're elected.
But that's a presidential system.
No, it's not.
Well, yes, it is, mate. That's how it works with the president. That's a presidential system.
If you had a system where you said every party at an election has to put forward 3 people, and then when you vote on the ballot paper, you vote for that.
But you're not. You're voting for your Catherine, please. I can't
Permission
deal
to
with
speak.
this. Please do.
Permission to speak.
It's absolutely winding me
Okay.
up.
So at the moment, they do put forward about 3 people. I think they did last time around.
The general election.
I know. And then the party chooses their candidate. Okay, so you vote for the party, not the candidate. That's just the way it is at the moment. Unless you want a president.
No, but the point I'm trying to make is it's not. We've got someone like Edward Heath that was on the D-Day landings, that actually saw war in the raw and saw what it's like for him to be.
Yeah, you sure you want to go to the Ted Heath thing?
No, I'm just saying that he took us into Europe because he was on the D-Day landings. He was an incredibly brave man. In the media, he's been portrayed as all kinds of ghastly things, but if he had the guts to go and serve on the D-Day landings...
He couldn't have been a historic paedophile.
Like Jimmy Savile did a lot of good work for charity, didn't he?
No, look, you can't say that. The rumours about him being gay...
No, it's been investigated. It's not rumours about him being gay. He's being accusations have been made against him, and they're being investigated by the police, which means... No, but you've brought him up, and that's a big thing that has to be considered. Accusations have been made against him, which are being investigated by the police.
But the point I'm trying to make is that someone that had the guts to go and fight on D-Day...
So you want a soldier to be Prime Minister?
Sorry?
You want a soldier to be Prime Minister?
No, I'm saying that
because I don't.
She has no experience of anything except...
Hang on a minute. She was Home Secretary for 10 years.
Yeah, but the point is she's not actually seen that kind of life in the
So she can only... So you want a soldier as Prime Minister? That's nuts.
I want someone with a brain, not an unelected person, to trigger something that's going to be the biggest mistake in our history.
Mate, you're firing off like 5 different arguments at once. You're talking about Brexit being the biggest mistake in history, the fact that she fired it off, the fact that she wasn't elected, the fact that she's had no... What experience do you want her to have? You want her to do the D-Day landings?
I'm just trying to point out that...
But you're not pointing anything out. You're rambling, man.
Our democracy is not a very good example of
It's not brilliant. It's not brilliant when you see the number of votes that the Greens got and UKIP got, and you compare it with the number of MPs that they've got.
Exactly. We need proportional representation.
Yeah, well, we haven't got that, so we have to stick with what we've got. But what you're talking about is not PR. You're talking about a presidential system.
No. I'm talking about a system where you get people with brains, obviously people like you, because I'm not an educated man.
No, I can tell that, mate.
Theresa May's got a brain. What are you talking about?
What, really? What can we do election when she
all
did
right.
that do?
So would you say Tony Blair had the experience to be a prime minister that you're looking for?
Well, I'm really not that experienced to commentate. I'm just trying to say that.
Let's go through the prime ministers. Would you say that Tony Blair had the kind of experience that you think would make a decent prime minister? Whether you agree with his policies or not, do you think that he had the experience? Just so I can get an idea of what you're talking about.
Well, unlike Edward Heath, who actually went to war, he created war. So
you're saying yes or you're saying no? Okay. What about Margaret Thatcher? Did Margaret Thatcher have the kind of experience that would make her a good prime minister?
Again, she wasn't in a war, but she created wars.
Right. So you only want. So what I'm getting from you is you only want soldiers to be prime minister.
No, I want people who have actually seen what it's like to see dead bodies to actually say, I never want to see
don't be so bloody stupid. What a stupid thing to... Why have you got to see dead bodies to be Prime Minister, Mark? You don't have to come out with some rubbish. Absolute tosh, mate.
Ian used to be such a nice man when it was just... now you've got a bird in the studio, you've gone all weird.
Mark, do you know what? Piss off. Piss off, mate. You're not funny, you're not clever, you're an idiot. Wow. Sorry for the bad language. Idiot. No, mate, what was happening... So, and I apologise for the bad language, that was unnecessary, but you've got birds in the studio. No, mate, your argument was making zero... To be a Prime Minister, you've got to see dead bodies? Oh, get real.
I think I might have realised. I think I might know what his problem with
Theresa May is. Don't like women.
A
misogynist, yeah. Misogynist, don't want a bird. You want Ted Heath was a good Prime Minister because of the D-Day. Well, maybe that certainly would have added to his character. Of course it might have done. But to be a good Prime Minister, you've got to see dead bodies. What a load of... I tried to go with that as far as I could, Catherine, but once he starts... dissing you. Once he starts being rude about you, that crosses a line. And after that, there's only one more line, which I thought he was going to cross, and he was going to start insulting me. So that's why I got rid of him so quickly. There was a danger that he might have started insulting me, and I just won't stand for that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
not in front of a bird, anyway.
No, God, no. I don't want a bird seeing me get owned.
It sounds like the only person he'd respect is a military dictator, in which case, there's a fella.
I'm sorry for the bad language. I got genuinely angry. Evening, Pablo.
Hip, hip, hip.
Hip, 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 Pabs.
Oh, I love the logic of the fact that having a military person in position isn't in any way going to potentially start wars.
No.
Surely that's their raison d'etre. That's what they're about.
Any idea? I was going with that guy as far as I could, even though it was absolutely...
It was all over the shop.
Oh, man.
But that's probably my fault. It's probably my fault because I'm a bird.
Well, that's it. And Ian, I hope you're not letting her buy any drinks. You've got to buy all her drinks. That's the way it works.
I tell you what, on the last day in America, right, we finished the show at 7. What did we play out in the last... Oh, John Ronson was the last hour on the Friday. And we jumped in a cab because we've recorded it and we'll play it this week. We went to see an art exhibition that Armani Coppola was doing. This weird little thing in this church. And there are not many people there, and we went and saw Armani, and I believe that she's actually our friend now. Who'd have thought it? And we all... we met this guy who was an inventor there, and he'd invented... something to replace the fruit bowl. We'll hear more about that later. Do you remember that guy?
He was basically a plum holder.
Do you know what? I've got his card. We can get him on the show one day this week. I worry if it's mocking, and then we said goodbye to Imani, and that was it. We were done. We were leaving at 7 o'clock the next morning. It was 9 o'clock at night, and it's like, well, let's go and get some food.
And we were starving.
And we were in quite an expensive part of town, and we'd spent a lot of money, so it was like, no, keep walking.
It was Chelsea, wasn't it?
It was Chelsea. And then we saw this place, Texas barbecue ribs. I went, Kath, can we? And you went, yeah. And you were all dolled up.
Yeah.
And we went in, flipping at the noise. You got pushed back by... It was like feeding time at the zoo. It was. I've never...
It was absolutely like chocker, wasn't it?
Oh,
and
God.
People were drinking, and get this, I ended up doing it as well, out of massive, not quite the fishbowl size glasses, but they were big.
Yeah,
and they had classy. They had little paper umbrellas in.
Did you have elaborate ornate straws involved?
No, there was none of that.
No.
And they brought me ribs. I had ribs, but I think they were the ribs from a dinosaur. They were massive. And then with the ribs you get fries, and then you get a cake, which I think they call a biscuit. I think that's a biscuit.
But it was like a sponge cake.
Yeah, and with butter. So you could put butter everywhere. So we had that. And it was big, a lot of food, and we both put on a lot of weight. And then we got kind of cab back to sort of near where we were staying, sort of Times Square area. And then I said, do you know what? I know we're full, but we should really get a dessert. It's our last night. We should get a New York dessert. So we found this all-night diner, and we had a massive slice of New York cheesecake, vanilla. Oh man, and a vanilla milkshake with whipped cream on top. Flipping heck! I still haven't been to the toilet. I'm bunged up.
I only just have, but to be honest, I've had a couple of very uncomfortable days.
I can't remember why I was telling you that, but there was anyway. That was our last.
So it's about sexism, but yes. It ended with a milkshake, so we're all happy.
Oh yeah, he did buy me that massive margarita.
There
we go. That's where he was coming from.
Anyway, go on, Pabs. What you got? We've got a minute.
Oh, all right. Couple of things. I'll do super quick. Saw Limmy tonight. Appreciate the retweets.
Oh yeah, you saw Limmy in Newcastle. Was it a good show?
Yeah. It was very good. Yeah, I saw him in May at the exact same venue. But yeah, it was obviously the second half being Q&As. It varies up. So yeah, no, it was excellent.
Love Limmy.
Very good. And then also just to compliment you on the Aggie Fox podcast.
Yeah. I did. Absolute pleasure. Yes, I've done all kinds of different podcasts and things, and I said I'd write a blog about it. Let me write some blogs about New York, because I want to link to all the people that we met, and then next week I'm going to write about all of the podcasts and stuff. Pablo, I'm sorry, I took up your whole phone call talking about cheesecake, and I can only apologise for that. But thank you, it's always nice, and I'm glad you saw Limmy. Limmy playing in the venue in Newcastle that me and Kath are going to be at on Sunday, July the 9th. We've sold 24 tickets, it holds 300. Details after this.
Talk Radio.
Why is it so hard? Henry's just tweeted me, I don't want to miss a thing by Aerosmith. Why is songs with Don't Go? 03444991000. Late nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin. There's games to play and songs to sing, so let the music start to swing. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, come on everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding, the party is about to begin.
Does one of them get the words wrong at the end? Hang on.
Everybody join in. Ding dong, ding a dong ding. The party is about to begin.
No, they don't. My harmony really is.
It's about to begin.
03444991000. You wait. March the 21st, the last show here. Those harmony. What I'm going to. That's what I'm going to do.
You all right?
You know what I'm going to do?
Go on.
Hey, we watched Jumanji the other day. It's a bit boring. I thought the kids would like it. It's on Netflix.
Is it a bit slow for them now?
Yeah, very slow. Then we watched Spy Kids very fast. Too fast for me.
With Tony Flags.
Jumanji, a bit boring. The kids say it's a bit boring. I say, yeah, it's a bit boring. Let's watch something else.
Tell you what's rubbish.
Yeah.
Hook.
Hook. Oh. I think all films from the 90s. Name one good film from the 1990s. I don't think it can be done. 03441.
Well, I tell you what's absolutely wrong, and I don't know how it was allowed to happen.
Go on, mate.
Big.
Go on, explain. I know where you're going with this.
Because
child abuse. It's a film about child abuse.
Because he's a little boy, all right, in a man's body.
Yeah.
But that bit where he comes to work the following day after the night before, if you know what I'm talking about,
yes.
And he's got a spring in his step.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's 13, isn't he?
And he's going to go back to being a 13-year-old.
But he is 13 when he has sex as a man.
Yeah.
That is grooming. That's not good. We were talking with Greg Young from the Bowery Boys about films that you can't really watch anymore. Mm-hmm. And he mentioned a film that I remember seeing in the video store. I remember the cover. It's Richard Pryor as a puppet on strings. Called The Toy. And I've never seen it, and I'm going to see it. I'm going to check it out. And it's basically a very rich white man has a bored white child, so they buy a black man as his toy.
What?
Now, of course, it could be argued that it's just, you know, it was a vehicle for Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
So of course he's going to be a black man.
Mm-hmm.
But it does sound a little bit odd. So I'm going to check that out, guys. I'm going to check it out. Don't worry. We've got a new feature we've got, by the way, called Check It Out.
Yeah.
With Iain Lee. And I'm going to check it out for you. And then when I've checked it out, I will let you know I've checked it out. But, and this is what makes this feature unique, I won't tell you anything else. I will just let you know that I've checked it out. End of feature.
Excellent.
And that's its USP. It's unique selling penis.
What?
That's what I was told it meant, anyway.
This is what happens when you've got birds in the studio.
Birds in the studio.
Something else that doesn't stand the test of time,
Yes.
and this is going to be controversial, because a lot of people have got this very, very close to their hearts, but I suggest you watch it again and see just how creepy it is.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Pete Venkman is a predator.
But Bill Murray, he's grooming a young female student in front of her boyfriend.
I know, and he's trying to get rid of him, and he almost gets him out of the room. Heaven knows what was going to happen after that, but she certainly was not privy to his intentions. And then when he goes to Dana's house, and he's having a look in her bedroom, I mean, he might as well be rifling through her knicker drawer. Anyway, Ghostbusters.
Well, don't worry, guys. I've checked that out. 03444991000. Were there any good films made in the 90s? I don't think there were. Spy Kids, of course, is a 21st century invention and is bloody entertaining. And everyone's going, well, don't watch Spy Kids 2. Don't watch Spy Kids 3. Well, here's the thing, guys. We watched Spy Kids 3 first. Because for a while, that's the only Spy Kids film they had on Netflix. 1 and 2 have only recently come there. We watched it first. And do you know what? It's quite good. It's quite good, that film. It's quite good. And we're halfway through Spy Kids 2, and do you know that? It's quite good. It's quite good. You know the bad guys in Spy Kids 3?
Is it... Oh, I'm just thinking who I would hire. But it's Spy Kids 3, so it's not quite as good as 1 and 2.
No, it's better.
All right, is it Christopher Walken?
No, it's Rambo, the French poet. 03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You'd be very welcome to. We've got idiots on there. Idiots saying, I don't want to lose a thing by Aerosmith as a Don't Go song. I don't understand. What is wrong? What is wrong with you guys? The hell is wrong with you guys?
Do you not just listen?
What is wrong with you guys? I've got 2 reviews in Record Collector this month.
Oh, yeah?
That I've written.
What have you checked out?
I've checked out a book about the Loving Spoonful. And I've checked out... is it? I might have checked... No, I've not checked out this album. I've checked out an album where they play... It might be this. I don't know. I didn't...
It's not Mary.
You know Run DMC did this? Yeah. Run DMC did this.
Oh, right.
You know the Monkees invented rap, yeah? You know that?
No.
Oh, man alive. I don't know.
But did they do it like, early white man rap?
Here's the thing, right? The Monkees didn't really invent rap. They just do a silly song where it's them talking. But in
what is it?
Zilch, Mr. Doubleina, Mr. Bob Doubleina, Mr.
Right.
Doubleina, Mr. Bob.
Actually, that's better than the usual thing. It's not
No, but here's the thing: when they came back in the 80s, they went off, and for the encore, they came out with like jewellery and stuff, and did a da 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 da. It was fun at the time.
A bit of fun.
If you ever saw the Beach Boys live in the 80s or 90s as well, they would rock Wipeout. The Fat Boy song.
Wow.
Hey, suddenly something's happened, Kath. Because we've got 4 calls lined up. Let's go through these calls. All right, you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Let's go through the calls. First call we've got. It's Mike. Evening, Mike.
Hey, Ian.
Hey,
how you
Mike.
doing?
Hey, Mike. Yeah, good. Have you got a Don't Go song for us?
I've got 2 films for you.
Oh, from the 90s that were good? Oh, this is why they've called in, because I've slagged off a whole decade of movies. I bet they're not good.
Fight Club.
Terrible film.
Oh, Ian, no.
Mate, I guess the twist 20 minutes into it.
You know that Fight Club is Mark's basis for a prime ministerial race.
No. Okay. And here's the thing, right? Films that you can only watch once because they've got a twist, they're not good films. Sixth Sense.
Oh, no.
No point in watching it again.
Seven.
Yeah, exactly. No, but, well, actually, it's because I've forgotten the ending of that. But the copper's the murderer, isn't he? Hey, so films that you can only watch one. By the way,
Usual Suspects.
Here we go. Can you jot this down for tomorrow? Because we're going to do this tomorrow.
Go on,
okay.
yeah.
Films you can only watch once.
Yeah.
That is a great phone-in. I'm not wasting that for the last 50 minutes of a Monday show when no one's listening. You must be joking. That's kick-off on a Tuesday. That is kick-off on a Tuesday. Right, go on, give us another one that you think is good.
I'll give you the second one, but it's also got a twist in it. LA Confidential.
Thanks very much for calling, Mike. I really appreciate your time. But that's a lousy film. And that genuinely is a lousy film.
Oh, it had a lot of promise. It had a lot of polish, didn't it?
I hate here's what I hate. Okay.
I know what you hate.
What?
So I'm walking down the street. What, you hate the narration?
No, I don't. I quite like narration. I don't like films that try to be film noir when they're not. That and that film is trying to be film noir when it's not.
Although, Hail Caesar was quite good.
That wasn't film noir.
Well,
no, don't be so. No, you're speaking out of your. Simon.
Oh.
Simple Simon says, "Put your hands on your head." Simple Simon says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." What was that? That was good. That song, wasn't it? Was that the 1910 Fruit Gum Company?
It was Black Lace. Wasn't it Black Lace?
No, Simple Simon says, put your hands on your head. Simple Simon says, put your hand on your head.
I've heard that song. I've heard it as like a thing that you do at kids' parties. Where
And then it goes, there's a bit where it goes, whoa, 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 Simple Simon says, put your hands on your head.
It was in the same mega mix that my gran used to like playing, which included Wig, Wham, Bam, Gonna Make Your Mom Mad.
There was also a great song, which was the 1910 Fruit Gum Company. Yummy, 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 I've got love in my tummy.
That's a good one.
Anyway, Simon, what have you got for us, boss?
90s film.
Yes.
You cannot say that this is not a good film. And if you do,
I think I can.
Austin Powers.
Now, okay, all right. Hang on a minute. Stop the clock.
Austin Powers is amazing.
Well, hang on a minute. It's cool. Okay, right. Stop the clock. Because I've been thinking about Austin Powers a lot recently. And I was quite late to the Austin Powers Tea Party.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And, because I thought it looked rubbish. Then I watched it. Very funny. It's my first introduction to Will Ferrell as well. Because he plays the fella in the Fez, doesn't he?
Yes.
Who dies.
One of the first films you ever did, actually.
I'm just badly burned.
Yeah, it's very, very funny. And sexy, funny. And I was thinking the other day, actually, because for some reason I've seen Austin, maybe that's popped up on Netflix. I've seen it around a few times. And I was thinking, I wonder if that would stand the test of time. When was the last time you watched it, Simon?
Very, very recently, within the last couple of months, to be honest, because one of my mates hadn't actually ever seen it.
Oh, and so, the giggles were coming freely, were they?
I've seen it countless times, and every single time I watch it, I'm always...
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to...
check it out?
I'm going to check it out. And I'll let you know when I've checked it out. But I won't tell you any more than that. You'll just know that I've checked
You haven't actually seen Austin Powers?
No, I've seen it. I've not seen it for literally years. Years and years and years.
The first one's good. The second one's really good. The third one's...
What, with Beyonce? I like that one.
I liked all of them. I thought all of them were all right. But I just wondered...
they're all good. But I mean, the first two are hilarious, and the third one's, it's all right. It's not as hilarious as the other two. But apparently, Austin Powers 4's...
Of course. There's always... Hey, listen, if there's a franchise that exists, there's probably... I think they are actually working on a Godfather 4, aren't they? Aren't they? I think if there's...
They've just ran out of ideas now, though.
Yeah, no, of course they have. If there's a franchise that ever existed, someone somewhere is thinking of what I believe they call a reboot.
Yeah.
A reboot. Simon, I'm going to put it on the list...
Do that.
And we'll put that as a possible film from the 90s that might be quite good. Patrick, you'll have to stay there. Sorry, got a break coming up. 0344 499 1000. We are doing songs with Don't Go in. Don't Go. We are doing, are there any good films from the 90s? So far, the only one we've got that might work is Austin Powers. We are not doing films you can only watch once. Memento. We're doing that tomorrow. Okay? That's tomorrow's topic. Memento. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Here's the thing, guys. Let's just give it to the music here, because I want to talk to the
Sincerity
listeners. I want to talk to the listeners now. I'm putting forward a rather controversial hypothesis that there are no good films in the 90s. They may have seemed good at the time, but they certainly don't stand the test of time. Several people on Twitter are suggesting the same movie. And that movie is Goodfellas. I'm sure you're thinking, yeah, it's a great movie. Great movie. Well, let me tell you guys, about 2 months ago, I started watching Goodfellas. I got 15 minutes into it and I went, this is pony, turn this rubbish off.
Hasn't Goodfellas got a, so I'm walking down the street?
There's a lot of that.
No, there's a tendency here. I think you fear the narrator.
It is not. Goodfellas is a very, very dated movie. I mean, really dated. And my tweet of the day, this is a new feature. During each show, we'll have a tweet of the day. This is my favourite tweet. And this is from Milk Media. And Milk says, 6 cents. I had a friend who watched it about 20 times. I was like, WTF, every time we had a barbecue, and he put it on. It was his friend's barbecue movie, 6 cents! WTF, I'm with you, Milk Media. WTF! And let's go to Milk Media. Let's find out a little bit more about Milk Media. He's the tweet of the day. Let's find out a bit more about him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's his profile picture. If it is, he's a young-looking lad. I would say, I don't know, maybe I don't know if that's him or not. He's got a cheeky look about him. He's wearing what looks like a metal watch strap. Great news. And let's read about him. Oh, he could be a listener from the United States of America.
Awesome.
His name is @Milk Media New York. Filmmakers Max, Robbie and Tim Vanderpump. Robbie now runs his Twitter account. Contact us at milkmedianewyork@gmail.com. Arsenal and Chesham fans. And then there's a football reference. I hope this isn't offensive. #Cronky out.
Huh?
Cronky out.
Pardon?
Cronky out.
Okay.
Great times, guys. I'm really glad we connected there. And it's a new feature we've got. And that feature is called Tweet of the Day.
I'm excited by that. Do you know why?
Yay.
Because the name Vanderpump was involved. Now, I don't know if you've ever, I'm guessing you haven't ever watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
No.
But she's a very prominent member, Mrs. Vanderpump, and I'm hoping that that is some kind of relation.
Right
there.
They're doing the best of lols at the moment. So they're picking all the best bits and making, and I like that show. And I went in today and did revoice some bits. And it was toddlers today. There's some very funny clips of people. Inflatable beds, yeah, that aren't fully inflated.
Like an airbed.
Yeah, and toddlers on it. I'm talking like 8. I'm talking 2 or 3 years. And the mum does a daddy splat onto the thing, and the toddler goes flying. Here's the thing: smashes into the window, but falls back down.
Oh,
it's no, don't. No, it's funny. It is.
Is there blood?
No, I don't know. We don't linger on the concussed child long enough to see that. But there was loads of them. There was like a montage of parents jumping, like falling flat onto inflatable beds, and the kids just flying off and hitting the wall. Hit one kid hit. Oh, it's very funny. Very funny. Yes. Patrick!
Hip, hip, hip.
Hip, hip, hip. Patrick, what you got for us?
Well, I just tuned in actually as you were talking about Big, and while Kath mentioned actually, I always found it quite disturbing that the Elizabeth Perkins character statutory rapes Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
But I always thought there was a far more sinister sort of potential plot dimension that could have happened in that film. Which was, do you remember at the start of the film when Tom Hanks as a little boy, he's got a crush on a girl from his class who's a couple of inches taller. Now, wouldn't it have been a far more sinister film had he pursued that love interest?
What, as an adult?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't really remember I'm thinking of Bachelor Party.
He wants to go on the roller coaster to impress the girl, doesn't he? He's at the fairground with his family.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's why he gets all upset and goes, I want to be big.
I wish I was big, yeah. And then he could have come out as Tom Hanks and and started, stalking her.
Someone tickling you while you're talking to us, Patrick?
Oh, Patrick.
No, not at all.
Why can't we tickle ourselves? This is the saddest thing. Wouldn't people with depression and suicidal tendencies and loneliness? Wouldn't it be great if you go? I feel so low. I'm going to. Instant endorphin hit. Everyone would feel better. But no, it's God's punishment to us. We can't tickle ourselves.
Not even if you lie on your arm for a long time.
No, that's not for tickling.
Ian,
yes.
Ian, let me add. I spoke to you a few weeks ago, actually, when I think it was the day you went to the embassy.
Show me the document. Okay, go on. Yes.
And I took I listened to what you said because I had an appointment at the embassy Friday just gone.
Oh right.
Yeah. And
I remember. Yeah.
And I listened to what you said actually, and I got there at 6:30 in the morning.
Good for you.
And we were like third in the queue.
Yeah.
And we were in and out in about 25 minutes.
That's it. Get there early.
And everybody that I've spoken to about it since said, you're there for about 3 or 4 hours.
No, get in there.
And,
Get there early. Go. Don't take a laptop and go with a mate you can trust. Yeah. And your experience will be a lot better than mine.
Exactly.
Patrick, I'm glad it all worked out for you. Thank you very much. It's Muffled Ray.
Right, this has got to stop.
Exactly. It
Get a
does.
new phone, mate.
I'm glad you agree with us, Ray.
Right, I'm trying to work out which film to pick for my long list of great 90s films.
Well, there won't be any.
Yeah, there's plenty. I like the way you put two of them out by saying you can only watch them once, so I won't go for them.
Yeah.
So how about Silence of the Lambs?
Have you seen it recently? It is so slow. Because I watched it about 6 months ago because I'd never seen it. I went to the pictures to see it, but I was pissed and excuse my language, I was drunk, and I fell asleep. And so I didn't see. Or was that Cape Fear? Anyway, either way, I've not seen Silence of the Lambs or Cape Fear with Robert De Niro. So I watched it about 6 months ago. It was all right. It's all right. It does not stand the test of time.
What about Train Spotting?
That was rubbish back in the 90s. Awful film.
Fargo.
Yeah, we're doing films you can only watch once tomorrow, Ray. I tell you what's great about Fargo. At the beginning it says this is based on a true story.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Right.
What? Right?
No, it's not. You're right, yeah.
Yeah, but it says at the beginning, this is the following events are based on a true story. And it's not. Is it the Coen brothers? They just put it there for a laugh, just to see what the reaction was. And they didn't say for years that it was that it wasn't based on a true story. Mm. But, films you can watch tomorrow, we can watch once, we're doing tomorrow. Films you can watch tomorrow, we're doing on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay.
One more than Heat.
Oh, Ray, you really are. Come on now. Put those straws down. Stop clutching. You're embarrassing yourself, buddy. Embarrassing yourself.
What I liked about Fargo was a funny accent.
Yeah, because they're all kind of
Funny film.
Yes, Jack.
Hello.
Hey, Jack.
How are you?
Hey, I'm good, thanks, man. What you got?
I got a 90s movie for you.
I bet it's rubbish. Sorry, that's setting you up for a fall. Go on, what have you got?
Isn't it? Peter Jackson's The Frighteners.
Now, with Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Right, again, I was thinking about this film. This is one of the last sort of films Michael J. Fox made where his star was kind of in the descendancy. How many times have you seen that film, Jack? I guarantee it will not be as many times as me.
I'm going to say 4.
Yeah, I've watched it about a dozen times, and I'll tell you why. When I was in Pakistan for 3 months, in the hotel, we only had about 10 films you could watch, and it was that thing where you couldn't start the film when you wanted to. It would say, this film is starting at 10, at 12, so you had to kind of catch it. And for some reason, I found myself watching, I don't know why, I remember having migraines a few times, 'cause it's bloody hot over there, but both The Frighteners and Tin Cup, the golf film with the postman in it. Mm-hmm. What's his name?
Costner.
Yeah,
Kevin Costner.
I watched both those films 12 times.
Oh my God.
I couldn't do it now, but if I were in a relaxed enough state, I could act out those films. The Frighteners is awful, is what I'm getting round to say. I remember the faces coming out in the walls.
Brilliant.
What, the faces pushing out of the walls was brilliant?
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Jack
man.
loves that stuff. Listen to the delight in his voice.
It was even at the Jack. Even at the time, it was when Michael J. Fox, before he got ill, but when his star was on The Descendant, and that was a huge flop with great reason. I didn't know it was Peter Jackson actually, but no, it's a stinker.
Oh well.
Is this the first time we've spoken, Jack?
It is indeed, yeah.
Well, listen, have a think tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing films you can only watch once. Why don't you have a think about that? You've got 24 hours, because I want us to be friends. I think we get on, and there's only 9 months of the show left. So, have a think, and let's call in tomorrow, and I'll agree with you, whatever you say.
Okay, I'll get my homework done.
Nice one, man. Thank you very much indeed. There we go. This is what Jack calls in. Tell you what we'll do tomorrow.
Don't be horrible to him tomorrow, because that's not fair.
Tomorrow. This is and Sally and Rick, stay there. Of course I'm going to go to Sally first. I'm an old school misogynist. But tomorrow, busy show tomorrow, guys. Got any guests? Okay. Busy show tomorrow. Not quite as busy as I thought it was about 8 seconds ago. But we are doing films that you can only watch once.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. And remind me of this, and tomorrow I'll go, it's a terrible idea, but say, you've said it on the radio and you have to do it. And I'll go, that's a stupid idea, they won't remember. And you go, no, they won't remember, but I remember and I want you to do it, right?
Yeah.
And when we do it, please don't phone up and abuse it.
Oh, God, what is
Tomorrow, I'm going to agree with everything the callers say.
What? You're going to hate that.
Yes, I will. But you know what? I think it'll be good for them to get my affection. That's what they all.
Even if it's fake.
That's what they're calling up for. They just want my affection.
And approval.
They were. I don't know if they. I don't want to say. The dads did things, but certainly Dad abandoned them. And they look at me as a father figure, or as some of the MILFs look at me as a son figure, which is a bit weird actually. I retract that immediately. But they look at me as someone that the men want to be. The women want to be with. Some of the men want to be with me as well.
And be you at the same time. That would be weird, wouldn't it?
Well, that's masturbation. We all do it.
It's sex with someone you love.
We all... All right, Woody Allen.
With everyone.
I'm going to agree with everyone. That's tomorrow.
Okay, I'm making a note and I'm going to send it to myself with an exclamation mark.
Not tonight. Tomorrow.
Okay, remember 4.
In the meantime, Sally, Rick, Andre. Stay there. Coming to you after this.
Late Night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
03444 991,000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Yes, Sally.
Hello.
Hello,
how are you?
Sally. Good, thank you. I'm getting a bit tired now. Very hungry, very tired. But glad to be alive, Sally. Because I'm going to go home and I'm going to play Resident Evil for an hour with my headphones on, and I'm going to cack my pants. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Oh, no, there's not a court in the land that could do me. Well, actually, there is a court in the land because I'm going to do it in someone else's house and someone else's pants. Sally, what have you got for us?
Okay, films, but I'm kind of worried now.
Yeah, you should be. Hey,
Okay.
Jinx! Catherine Boyle.
Okay, you've had LA Confidential.
Rubbish. Terrible film.
Okay, Leon.
The Pig Farmer?
No. With Natalie Portman as a kid in it. That's quite a good film.
What is Leon in it? Well, is that the one about the killer?
Yeah.
No, well, that's just a rip-off of Man Bites Dog. Is that the one where it's a film crew filming him?
No.
No.
He's a hitman.
It's Gary Oldman and Reno.
Hang on a minute. What's Man Bites Dog?
Jean Reno.
Sorry?
That's him.
What's Man Bites Dog?
Oh.
Man Bites Dog is a Belgian film, black and white, and it's very controversial at the time. It was a documentary crew. It was supposedly a documentary crew filming a serial killer.
What are you on about?
It was in French. You'd love it.
What?
No.
Yes.
No, I'm not having Leon.
No, it's good.
Who's Leon the Pig Farmer?
Brilliant.
I don't know why you're thinking about pigs.
No, there's a film called Leon the Pig Farmer.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
Is it a proper film?
Hang on a minute, Andre will know. Andre?
Yeah, bonjour.
Bonjour, monsieur. Ça va?
It's actually bonsoir. But...
Yes, please. I'm French. What does the lady need to know?
Well, Sally, you ask him.
Leon. The film Leon. What are we asking?
I don't know. What's the question?
I was going to say Leon is a good film, and Ian doesn't think so, and he keeps going on about pig farmers.
No, I think The Shining's better myself.
It's not in the 90s, love.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
When was it? It was. Pardon?
It was the 70s.
No, it weren't.
Yeah, it was.
You're thinking of blooming Grease or something like that.
Can I just clarify? People are asking if tomorrow's topic of films you can only watch once, if it's 90s films you can only watch once. No. Tonight it is... hang on a minute, Andre, shut up. Tonight it is 90s films that are any good. There aren't any. Except maybe Leon the Pig Farmer, if we can establish that film is real and what it's about. It is a film. And tomorrow... Oh, what are you doing, you muppet? And tomorrow, it is films you can only watch once from any decade. I don't like it when Scott stays up, because it
gets silly.
It gets very silly. It gets very... I think he has too many lemonades and it goes to his head a bit. So, no, tomorrow, it's films from any decade that you can only watch once.
Except the 90s.
Don't do that.
Wording.
Sorry, Andre?
A song with Don't Go is Grim Yazoo, all right? That's all I'm saying at the moment.
The Shining was 1978.
No, it wasn't.
76.
That was flipping Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, they made more than one film a year.
God.
74?
No.
When was it?
No, it was the 90s.
1980. Was it really? Well, it was made in 1979, so I was right.
Well, it's a good film anyway.
No, it's not actually The Shining. The Shining isn't scary.
Oh, The Shining's in the top 10 horror stories, actually. Horror films,
No, it's not. It's honestly, The Shining, like, it's scary when you're 12. You watch it as an adult, it's boring.
You go and watch it. You go and watch it.
I watched it recently, it's boring. Nothing, it's so slow.
Listen, I'm trying to listen to Morrissey here.
Well, don't let me stop you, Andre. So, Sally, you're saying Leon the Pig Farmer?
No, I'm saying...
Thanks very much for calling. Philip? Philip? Oh, no, hang on a minute, he was there then. Right, let's try that. Philip?
Right. Well...
Hello?
Great films in the 90s, Con Air or Betty Blue.
Now, I don't think I saw Betty Boo.
I didn't.
Oh, Betty Blue is classic French cinema. Great photography, great cinematography, fantastic story, romance, drama.
Tell me what happens in it, because I might have seen it.
She goes nuts.
She does go nuts, yeah. She falls in love with a guy who is painting chalets on the beach. The colours, and honestly, it is absolutely beautiful.
I've got colours at home.
Cinematography is absolutely gorgeous, yeah.
Well,
she goes nuts. She goes nuts. Cuts her all her hair off.
Oh,
That's
dear.
funny.
No.
Really good drama.
I tell you a good film,
And
but I think Con Air with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
When I interviewed Mark Commode years ago, I said, Mark, is there any great film that you the film reviewer? So is there any great film you haven't seen? And I could see him thinking, so I thought I'd help him answer the question. I said, for example, I've never seen Con Air. And he burst into laughter and he went, I thought you meant a great film. I said, well, apparently it is. And I watched Con Air. Con Air is...
John Malkovich.
I'm going to give you... Do you know what? I'm going to give you Con Air. I'm going to give you Con Air. Yeah, that's a great film. Is that the one? Wait, hang on.
Tomorrow night, films you can only watch once.
That's tomorrow, Philip.
Cutter Island.
That's Tomorrow Island. Tomorrow Island. Hang on a minute. Is Con Air the film where Nicolas Cage has long hair?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Right, I'm having to cross that out. I'm having to cross that out. I'm sorry, Philip. I can't allow that. He's got a terrible wig in it.
Horrible.
Rick!
Yeah. Hiya.
Yes!
A couple of things. Brian Cant, if you watch the episode of the Candlewick Green with the Garage Man, he does a great song in that, Brian Cant.
Okay. Does it have the words "Don't Go" in it?
No, it's not a Don't Go one. No,
That's disappointing.
It's a beautiful.
Never really took off that topic. Do you remember that? Do you remember that night we did that topic with songs that got "Don't Go" in? Never really took off. We only got 5 in the end, and people didn't get it. They just kept suggesting songs with the word "don't" in. I'm still talking, or things with the word "go" in, and they just didn't really get it. And I had such high hopes for that. It was a real shame, that show. Never
Wasted.
Mind. We've burnt the tapes of it now.
Maybe people need to try and think about it a bit more.
Maybe people need to be wasted.
But 90s films. Yeah. True Romance.
Hang on a second. Stop the clock. I don't know. Just stop the clock, everybody. Hang on a second. We're going in.
Jewish? Look, I've said I'm sorry.
You know what this is a trailer for? Leon, the pig farmer.
So we're all products of artificial insemination.
That looks awful.
What? Do we have to talk about this? Are you joking?
We were going to tell you when you were bar mitzvah. And? Then we decided to tell you when you were all married.
That film is very,
crap.
No, very,
slow.
Sort of Jewish.
Oh, God.
It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
Hey.
What did you say, Rick?
True Romance.
No.
By Tony Scott.
It's awful. That's the one with, who's in that?
It's, Patricia Arquette.
Terrible film. Wasn't it?
Christian Slater.
Wasn't it supposed to be Quentin Tarantino, but he wrote it? But
he wrote it, yeah.
And he's in it.
He made the money to make
and he's in it, isn't he?
Great film, which is Reservoir Dogs.
Here's the thing. Any film that has Quentin Tarantino acting in is a bad film.
No.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Well, that part of the film is a bad film,
that bit's
but the rest of the film is...
No.
I think...
I mean, Pulp Fiction,
he doesn't want to listen
really
to us. He just wants to
Fiction.
talk. Just let him talk, and then we can cut him off.
Go on.
You can't diss Pulp Fiction.
I think he's finished.
From Dusk Till Dawn, have you seen that?
Yeah, it's good, that film.
That's a good film.
You know,
But that's got Tarantino in it.
Yeah.
But only briefly.
One of the guys in that... I was bored of that. Anyway, one of the guys in that is Tony Flagg's brother in... You know the guy that always plays like Latinos?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a moustache, he's got really pock-marked
Yeah,
skin.
Handlebar Tash.
Yeah. He's Tony Flagg's brother in Spy Kids.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
He's normally always a baddie.
Yeah.
Because he was in Desperados, the knife man, wasn't he?
Yeah, I like him. I like
He's
acting
also...
like that.
Isn't he, like, selling fast food now?
The guy with the pock-marked skin?
Yeah!
Is he?
Yeah!
So can we see if we can try and get him on? See if we can try and get him on the show to sell his food.
I'm going to need a name.
It's got the guy with the pock-marked skin.
Okay.
Katie!
Hello!
Hello, Katie! Good to hear you. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
How are you doing?
Yep, good.
Marvellous. Right, I think one of my favourite films is, that I wouldn't really see again, is...
Hang on, hang on. Are you about to do films you can only see once?
Yeah, didn't you
That's
say
tomorrow!
that?
Kathy, you explain to her, because I'm going to get angry.
We're doing that one tomorrow. Today is 90s films that are any good.
90s films, oh, lordy.
You see?
Well, okay.
Yo, you see?
Well, was Cyrano de Bergerac a 90s film? Early 90s?
I don't think Betty Blue was in the 90s. I think it was the 80s.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Oh.
It was a parody of Romeo and Juliet. It had...
Yeah? No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was
earlier than that?
No, it was a parody of...
It was a French play about Cyrano de Bergerac. And are you thinking of Roxanne?
What? No.
Roxanne is...
Yeah.
Right, with Steve Martin and his big...
Yeah.
But
there was Cyrano with Gerard Depardieu.
Oh, God, he's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
He was, but now he's just bonkers, isn't he?
Slightly.
Well, no, he's not. He's friends with... He's a Russian now, isn't he?
Yeah, but he says all kinds of nuts things.
Straight Story, Coen Brothers.
That's not in the 90s.
Oh, what?
That's the 2000 Straight Story, isn't it?
No.
I'm going to say Straight Story is 2001, one of the first DVDs I ever bought, and I only watched it about 3 years ago. I'm going to say Straight Story is 2001. I'm pretty sure on that.
Oh, wow.
It's about an old man driving a lawnmower.
Oh. Yeah, that's fab. God, I'm not doing very well here. Perfume, then that must have been in the 80s.
Yep.
I guess.
Katie, you're just saying films.
No, but the last I heard that you were talking about was the 90s. I'm so sorry. I'm well behind this conversation. But it kind of depends on the mood you're in, isn't it, films? You know, what's really good.
Yes.
Have you ever watched a film that you've been slightly tiddly and you've watched something and you thought was amazing and you've watched it again?
Oh, God, all the time. That's
been disappointing.
That was my 20s and 30s, primarily.
So what's your favourite, Ian?
From when? The 90s?
From the 90s.
There aren't any. The only two films we've got. Well, we've only got one that's any good is Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't want to watch that.
Katie, thank you very much indeed. God, the phones have gone nuts for this. Weirdos. Adam, Andre, Philip, Habiba, stay there. Come over there.
Late night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Well, I don't think... Can we take a picture of the screen and send it to Julia Hartley-Brewer just to show her what a phone-in show looks like? Because the switchboard here has gone... It's gone absolutely billy-o. Some people have called in again. Some people have called in that have sent me rude emails. I don't quite know where we go with that. We'll go straight into it. Yes, Paul?
Hi, I didn't mean to send you a rude email. I didn't mean it in a rude way.
Here's the thing, Paul. Just don't send emails, mate, because...
Okay, that's fair enough. I thought I'd just try one final time.
Well...
With two examples.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I suggest. My suggestion is right. We've had this conversation before, and I don't want to have it again. But you sent an email that was arch. Okay, it was arch, and you know it was arch when you sent it.
I just thought you were taking the mickey out.
Well, I was a little bit, because that's the nature of the show. I take the mickey out.
Yeah,
of the
I understand that, and I get the joke, and that's why I like tuning in.
Right, but then, but you don't like it when I do it to you. Well, either don't phone in.
No, because sometimes I'm being genuine.
Right, okay, but sometimes you're being an arse, and you were an arse when you sent that email.
I didn't mean to be an arse. I just was being an arse because I don't know to be.
Just don't send me. Here's the thing: stay off emails, because every time I get an email from you, you got a cob on, and I don't like it.
Okay, so I've called you again to send in. I don't think you can argue with this.
Not to say sorry, obviously.
Two 90s films.
Yeah.
That I think star the same actress actually.
Oh.
One of them, and the actress that I'm on about isn't the one that I think. I bet you don't think much of Angelina Jolie, do you?
I've kissed Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, okay, right.
Well, hang on a second. Paul, I've kissed Angelina Jolie.
You've kissed Angelina?
Yes, mate.
What, on the lips?
No, it was on the cheek.
Okay.
On both cheeks. And she told me...
Was when she was living in Fulmer?
No, I was working with her. And she kissed me on both cheeks, and she told me that she thought I was very funny.
Was it at the Black Horse pub by any chance?
No, it was in Canada.
There you go. I was totally wrong.
That's a true story. Angelina Jolie, we kissed each other on the cheeks, and she told me that she thought I was very funny in Montreal, in Canada.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Her dad was John Voight.
Yeah, they don't speak.
No. Anyway, the film I'm going to say that was a great 90s film that she starred in, I think that was one of her early roles that she played the breast. But Winona Ryder was the main actress. Girl Interrupted.
Never heard of it. So
okay, you never heard of Girl Interrupted?
No.
Okay, you suffer from mental health things, yeah? Okay? Yes? Okay,
guys, I was keeping that a secret. Don't tell everyone.
I don't know, you haven't kept it a secret.
Hurry up, because I've got 4 other callers, and I bet they're all a darn sight more interested than you are.
Try Girl Interrupted.
No thanks. Yeah. Let's go to Habiba. Good evening, Habiba.
Oh.
Oh!
So I'm swallowing a banana.
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's not.
It's a fruit.
Definitely not. Right, a film that, in the 90s. Did you say that you can only watch once? That would be Philadelphia.
No, tomorrow.
Oh, for God's sake, why is everyone getting this wrong? Tomorrow, we're doing films you can only watch once from any time period. Tonight, we're doing films from the 90s that are any
Philadelphia.
Good. No. Very dated, patronising film. You know, who was the guy that directed that film?
God knows.
Right. It's a famous director, and do you know why he made that film? Because in his previous film, there was a very gay character who was the butt of lots of jokes. And he, I think it was, and there's a huge backlash from the gay community at the way the gay character was portrayed, and the director was mortified that people thought he was, kind of homophobic or something. So he then went and did what was an overtly gay character. Was he gay in it? Yes, he was, wasn't he? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember the director's name, and I can't remember the film before. But trust me, guys, once you've got those details, that's a great bit of trivia to throw in at parties. But no, it's very dated.
All right then. Good night.
Oh, poor Habiba.
Yeah. Ed's trying to suck up to me by typing messages on the screen. Turncoat! Traitor! Adam is on the line. Good evening, Adam.
How you doing, Ian? You all right?
Okay, Adam. Yeah, what you got for us?
Right. Big Lebowski.
I hate The Big Lebowski.
Never seen
it. Oh, it's awful.
In what way, then?
No, honestly, everyone said, everyone said you'll love The Big Lebowski, you'll love it. And I watched it when I was a stoner, and I just thought, I like Jeff Bridges, I like John Goodman's in it, I think, and it is awful. It is nowhere near as clever or as hip or as funny as it thinks it is. Terrible film.
Well, disagree there.
You're wrong.
Okay, I'll give you another one.
Go on,
Usual Suspects.
Adam, did you phone in before and we just argued nonsense where it was you saying something and me going, no, you're wrong?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I just felt very familiar saying to you, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. No, you're wrong. Me being the irritating me that I am sometimes. Go on, give us another one.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, come on, that is a good film.
That's a good film. Come on, you can't say that's not a good film.
That's a film you can only watch. That's a film you can only watch once. I'm afraid, Adam, if you want me to put that down on a list, it has to go on tomorrow's list.
But to be honest, tomorrow, everyone's film will go on the list.
Everyone's film will go on the list, because I'm agreeing with everyone. But I can't put it on, because if it's a film you can only watch once, it can't be a good film.
One more then. Terminator 2.
Thank you very much for calling out. That's a man clutching at straws. Put the straws down. At least these people have called in already. Philip!
With Nail and I.
Andre!
Hi, Ian. Right, now this film, right, it's from 1993, and it featured, some right characters, right animals and right old blimmin' monsters. Jurassic Park! What a classic! We're doing that then. There were some animals in there, I'll tell you. They're really vicious. What a film! I've never seen so much action in all my life. What do you reckon? Ian? Hello? What was I going to say? Where's Curvy Calf? Hello? Hello? Ian? Hello, where is everyone? Hello? Ian? Quick, there comes the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Hello? Where is everyone? They've all done a runner from that film. Too scared of it. Listen, right? Don't Go was by Yazoo. And 1993, Jurassic Park. Two classics. Alright? Do you need any more information? I think I better go. I'll go back and listen to my music. I've got Morrissey here. I'm sitting in the Passion Palace, baking hot. It's like a sauna. I'll come with a towel around my waist next time. See you later. Bye.
I took the car just to get to the place, to see the girl with the prettiest face. And then I met her in the park, dancing naked after dark. I got dressed cause it started to rain. Somehow I knew I'd never see her again. I had to go, I didn't want to be late. I checked my watch, it was 8:30. I couldn't tell her I would see her again. I only met her, now we're not even friends.